this about to go.
Yeah, Doc. Woo. All right, man. Thank you for being here. All right, man. So listen, I want to bring in I Seen Your Little Podcast. We chopped it up last night for a little bit. He's in the building tonight, man. I want to bring him up. I Seen Your Little Podcast. What's going on, my guy? It's good to have you here, man. He probably in the back. So there you go. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Hey, in a minute,
I know you ain't talking to us in the bathroom again, bro. You gotta stop this.
First of all, I got a mic and everything now, Aaron. So just stop it.
Okay.
Stop
Hey, you gonna cam up for us tonight? Got a camera too?
You know what? I might cam up tonight. I got a brand new do-rag. I'm so thirsty to show off on the silk side of the game.
Oh, okay. Man. Wow. All right, let me get my boy in here. Another brother, man, my older brother, man. Listen, he's short, but he cut to death. And man, looking for a wife, all single ladies tonight. After he get rid of that background, that's gonna get me struck. So I'm gonna bring him up because I don't know what he trying to do with this background. Mandrell, can you look? I need you that background. I can't. Come on, I can't put that background on here. There you go. There we go. Now let's go to Boo. There we go. Mandrell in the building tonight. What's going on, man?
Man, why are you so sensitive?
I'm not. I'm saying you know how YouTube is. Come on.
That's scary.
Yeah, YouTube's good, man. Come on now. You know how YouTube get. All right, man. All right. Then we got my boy in here. Come on now. Listen, this guy right here, been married over 20 years. He just came from Jamaica. He came back with an accent. His Boston Celtics about to win Game 4 tonight and play my Golden State Warriors. Come on, the father, the husband, the businessman himself, Dr. Bennett is in the building tonight. What's going on?
First of all, 25. Don't take 5, please. My wife would get upset if you take those 5 years away. 25.
Oh, 25. I said over 20, so I want to make sure I was correct. All right, man. Thank you for being here, man. And so listen, guys, the next person I want to bring up is a very important person, man. Very important. Last week, he came onto the show. We lifted him up. We had a conversation with him. He reached out to me, man. We had a conversation. We over email, and I'm so glad he's here tonight, man. I've seen him on a professional level as well. And I wonder, welcome to the show, man, for the first time on the panel, because we're not going to count last time, because we were uplifting you last time, brother. You was our brother who was uplifting you. But I want to bring in Robert Watkins in the building tonight, man. Robert. What's going on, my guy? How you doing today, brother?
How you doing, sir?
It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you here, brother.
I want to apologize up front for my conduct last time I was on your show.
Okay, take your time, brother. Go ahead. We listening.
That's it. I just want
That's
to.
it. Okay, that's it. Okay, I thought you had a soliloquy. You want, hey guys, your preacher voice. I thought you were gonna get your preacher voice on or something.
I ain't got none of that.
All right. So guys, I want to start out. Oh, go ahead, Robert. I'm gonna start with you, Robert. Tell us how's your week been going, man. And tell us about what you've been up to lately, brother. And then Mr. Bennett, you fall in after that, Mandrell, and so on and so forth.
My week's been okay. My grandmother died on Friday.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
We had a burial on Saturday. So I've just been using this week to get my head together. I want to bring down the show. So, I'm good. That's it.
All right, Mr. Bennett.
Week is going well. It's going well. Just looking forward to this weekend. Exciting sports weekend. Obviously, we got the Celtics trying to close out tonight. We got a big boxing card tomorrow. So, Brother Mandrell, I may ask for your pick before the show is over. But, definitely looking forward to the weekend. But life is good.
All right, Mandrell. Oh, he crying?
No, I'm not crying.
Dang.
Yeah. Oh, my. I'm sorry, Mandrell.
You get a little sensitive on this, ain't you, Mandrell?
Yeah, damn.
That's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
First of all, the nerve of you niggas.
Go ahead.
Okay? Don't ever insult me like that again.
Damn.
Crying.
Damn, get it out.
You're never going to see, hey, good luck. Good luck seeing me cry. I tell you, if you ever do, you better run. Whether you did anything or not.
How you doing tonight, Mandrell?
Doing all right. Whether you did anything or not, because apparently everybody got to get it.
Oh man, no.
Everybody got to get it.
Uh-uh.
Everybody finna catch this fade,
man. And so you know what, Mandrell,
up?
you know what? Thank you, man. I appreciate you being here tonight, brother. I appreciate you so
No
much.
problem, man. I'm fighting back sleep. That's all.
Okay. Now, before I bring up Hank, I promised him something, and I'm gonna give him what I promised him. So let's see.
Hold on a second. I'm not done.
Oh, go
You
ahead.
asked me how my week was.
How was your week? I said that. How was your week?
No, you didn't. And you kept talking like
Andrea, you get emotional right now.
he wasn't. No. I'm just no. This is what is called, Hank, for the audience. Men holding each other accountable.
Okay.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? We got to do that here, and we
I
have to
know
lead
that's
by
right.
example.
I know that's right.
Oh, okay, yeah, but man, my week has been quite well, quite busy and whatnot. Other than that, been all right. I'm surprised at the panel you got here. Aaron O actually decided to show up. I don't know what that's about.
Don't you start with me. Don't you start with me.
I'm just saying, man,
Take it like you're sensitive today right now.
No, it's just hey, Aaron's a big dog. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that would be big time. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? He be big time to you every once in a while?
Sometimes, man. Sometimes I come with him Fight Club. He try to big boy me. You know what I'm saying?
That's not true.
He tries.
That's not true. That's not true.
I
love everybody.
He's Don King over there. He's Bob. He's Bob Arum. Cheap as hell.
Hey, what's up, my guy? That's what you wanted, right?
Hey,
that's what you needed.
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen,
what they do?
What they do? Here we go. Everybody, let me hear y'all. Let's go. What they do? Come on. They smile. Hey, I'm gonna get
all the time they want to take you. You don't know nothing about that, baby.
No, you don't know nothing about that.
You don't know nothing about that. Matter of fact, you might perceive to it.
Man, come on. All right, man. So listen, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and start the show, man. Like I said, great for you guys to be here. Hey, listen, I put this show out on my social media today, man. It blew up. Oh, it blew up, brother. The ladies was in that thing. The ladies was in that chat. The ladies was messaging and saying men ain't got no control of themselves, and it went down. So I want to talk to you guys
sweet Jesus.
about the title of this show. And
what is the title?
He cheats for peace. Right? He cheats for peace, not for sex.
Some men do sometimes.
Well, Mandrell, why don't you start us off? What does that look like for you?
Right. Don't get the ball rolling, man.
Yeah.
What does it look like? Okay. Well, the thing is, like, if a guy goes to work, you know what I'm saying, and I get it. Like women these days, most times it takes two people to make it. You know what I mean? Most times you're not gonna make it and live some big time, some really nice lifestyle, off one income. Just ain't happening now with the recession coming up. I mean, anyway, times like this, the guy goes to work, comes home, his wife is a ball buster. She's on about this, that, and the other, whatever the case may be. He doesn't want to hear it. And then he has to deal with this night after night after night. You know what I'm saying? So then he meets this woman and she's nice to him. She's actually nice to him. And she's actually interested in what he has to say. That gets his attention. Because that's really all guys want. Just listen to what we have to say. And don't yell at us. Be nice. So this woman does that, and then he's like, oh my God, this feels heavenly. And so his feelings get caught up in it, and he cheats with her, and that's what happens. Ladies, it kind of really is that simple. This woman is giving your man what he needs, and you are not. And that's what made him vulnerable to her seduction. The onus really, so that's why, ladies, when in situations like this, you have to take some of the blame. It's not just him. You failed. And then when you catch him, you think it's all his fault, and you want to come with the crying and nonsense. No. You should have stayed in your A game, done your part to keep your marriage together. Just like he has to do the same thing to keep the marriage together. There's things he has to do. Let him stop paying bills. Let him stop doing the things for you that he needs to do. You're either going to get a divorce or raise some more hell. I mean, either way, that relationship ain't gonna last. Sooner or later, it's gonna break. You know, he finds peace in the arms of the other woman. That's what it looks like.
Mm.
And when it comes to that, that's one of the times where the woman has to shoulder some of the responsibility of that man's actions. Yeah, ultimately he made the decision to go over there with another woman, true to form. But ladies, what made him so vulnerable? You did that.
Okay, I got a whole different answer. That was something. I got a whole different answer.
Okay,
I know you're gonna bring it deep, brother. Go ahead.
Come with the cap, Don King.
Now, hey, look, this just my perspective, just one side. Sometimes, like women, men want it all. And what does that mean? Wives can't be everything. We want our wives who are, respectable, kind, thoughtful, caring, etc. Someone that we trust to raise our kids, someone that's responsible, someone that brings peace to the how would you say, civilized side of us, the professional side of us, the intelligent side, someone that matches that perception wise and in your home wise, right? But here's the other side that nobody want to admit. Men are attracted to more than just one woman. No one woman fulfills a man. No matter what they're going to lie and tell you, no single one woman can completely fulfill a man. We would like to have the option to occasionally sleep with other women, but not have to maintain them, because the maintaining aspect of women outside of your wife is, to me, the real aspect of cheating. When you are maintaining another woman's lifestyle, taking finances outside of your home and put it in somebody else's home, to me, that's cheating. But if you happen, because you're valuable and women actually really like you and they just want to sleep with you, and you don't necessarily have to waste resources per se, that's what a lot of men would prefer to do. It has nothing to do with our wives most of the time. It literally has everything to do with the fact that we see other beautiful women, we're sexually attracted to them. If we have the capabilities, if we have the space and opportunity, we would like to exercise that option. Now, some men afraid of consequences will defer not to do those things. Some men will do those things and hide them well, et cetera, et cetera. But it has nothing to do with the wives a lot of times. A lot of times they do exactly what we have them for. But we still like other women. That's just what it is.
Man, thank you, Aaron, for your perspective, brother. Let's get my boy. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, black man.
Yeah.
I told you he was going to come with the cap, didn't I? Told you. Man. Well, men, sometimes men want it all. What dude you know? That's all. The only people where you hear that is these lame-os on the internet. No. Aaron, come on. The vast majority of men, which is the average man, ain't looking to have it all. In a relationship, I have like maybe 4 things on my list. In a marriage, I got 6. I don't want it all.
Mandrell, listen, you can't have it all, so you're willing to concede that line of thinking. But everybody would like to have it all. We would like it, but we know us as men know we cannot, so we naturally just already bring it down. But most people, if they could have it, they would try to get it all. It's proven time after time again. The thing is, most men know they cannot have it all, so we already adjust for it.
You think so?
Yes, sir. Let's bring in Hink. Hink.
That's insane.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man that's gonna be real with you, the unfiltered, Hink the Link. Go ahead, Hink.
And look, I'm gonna tell you from experience. The reason I did because I wasn't happy. straight up what it was. I just wasn't happy. Wasn't happy with the situation at home. So I went out to seek happiness somewhere else.
Now, let me ask you a few questions, Hink, if I can.
Go ahead, bro.
So when you say you weren't happy at home, if you want to express this, if you want to, if you don't have to, if you don't want to, what does that look like, Hink? When you say you're not happy at home?
I wasn't getting it on the regular. I wanted 4 days a week. I'm only getting it 3 times a month. That ain't gonna work.
3 times a month.
That's all I was getting.
And,
I want 4 times a week.
Look, ladies, I don't know about no 4 times. It's 4 times a week. That can be negotiated, but 3 times a month, that's her fault. She
right.
had that.
And what else? And what else did you want to add to that other than the sex? Was there anything else that made you unhappy, Hank?
Well, you know, the companionship wasn't there. The lack of communication, all that was failed. And then, you know, I think it's mainly most of the communication, the lack of communication was there because the lack of it.
So the woman that you went to, Hank,
Mhm.
did she solicit any type of peace to you?
I wasn't looking for peace.
You was looking for a piece of
Piece of ass.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
All right. And anything else you wanted to add to that, Hank, before we move on? Or
I'm a reformed man.
yeah, a reformed man whore.
Reformed. You heard me.
Absolutely. Now, I do want to say unsolicited security boss is in the house tonight. Auntie, she said blasphemy at the barbershop. Laugh out loud. Listen, security boss. Some men do go through this, and we're going to try to walk through this as easy as possible. I got Aaron over here, the philosopher himself, and then I got the next guy that's coming up that's really going to give it to us.
Philosopher.
The Dr. Bennett.
Not a very good one, apparently.
I know you're not this person, Dr. Bennett, but I want you to give us some insight or give us some type of advice for those men out there that are suffering in silence at home and they're looking not to find peace elsewhere because they're not getting it at the house. What do you think?
Well, that's a different conversation. I when I saw the topic, I'm trying to get my head around the cause or the reason why guys would pursue it. But as far as what's going on in someone's house, that I don't know if I'm qualified to answer. But I will say this. First of all, I'm going to assume for this topic tonight, even though your topic says he cheats for peace, not for sex, that sex is involved. So we're not talking about emotional affairs or whatever. We're actually talking about where sex is involved. The physical act of sex is involved, but it's not just solely for the sex itself. Do I kind of have that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is that kind of
let me add something. Yeah, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm moving on and moving the, giving you a little bit more perspective. There's some men that don't cheat for sex, is what I'm saying. Some men go into it initially, will go into a woman that's just showing them peace. Okay, listen, this woman right here, when I'm around her, she don't have a potty mouth. She's not acting crazy. She's not talking to me. She's not saying, you do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. She's not nagging me, but she really appreciates the man that I am. And so that, from that perspective.
Yeah, I can certainly agree with that. Like I said, it's not been my experience, but when I think about this, what sex is for, let me just back up a little bit. The way I've always looked at sex is supposed to serve 3 primary roles, and all 3 of those roles are supposed to be mutually beneficial to both parties. All right. So the first one is children. Again, I would think that'd be a mutual thing because, again, you're supposed to raise children together. At least you're supposed to. So that's a mutual benefit for both parties. But again, not everyone's going to have a bunch of kids. The average person has 2.5 kids. So let's just take the kids off the table. So the other 2 things, obviously, you have the physical. It just feels good. And then the last is it's supposed to be something that bonds you, something that unites you. It's 2 becoming one. It's an intimacy. And with that intimacy, there's also a peace that comes with that. Now, it doesn't mean you're not going to have your disagreements or argue, what have you, but there's a peace that comes with that. And what I've also discovered over the years that in regards to that, early on in a relationship, certainly sex can be a thermostat. In other words, it kind of sets the tone for how the relationship goes. But what I've learned over time is that sex becomes a thermometer of the relationship over time, meaning that the longer you're together, and if you're still doing it on the regular, I can almost predict, again, there's always outliers, all right? So I'm making a general statement. the longer you're together. But if sex is still a regular aspect of your life, things I would think that are pretty good, where it's like early on you could just be smashing just to be just getting your urges on, but it could be a very dysfunctional relationship. So I think that certainly for a man, because that is a major attribute of sex, is that peace part. It's supposed to be reflective of the peace that you have with your partner, that when that peace is not present, that you may seek it in another person. Again, I'm not justifying it. I'm not condoning it. But certainly I think men will step out in pursuit of, if they see a situation that is peaceful, then the sex will follow that. Because again, I think those things are supposed to go together. And so when a man in his home, when he does not find that, as you said earlier, whether it be the nagging, you're not on the same page and whatnot, generally that's the issue. And then what you also see over time, just like was said earlier, if you're in a position where if there's no peace in the home, generally speaking, there's not a lot of sex either. Again, they're kind of related to one another. And so, you always hear these stories about, guys having angry sex or revenge sex or just to get it over with. But generally, if it's not good at home, you're probably not doing it a lot at home. And so, but if you find someone who you think you can be at peace with, then I think your sex will follow that. And so that is why I think a lot of guys will step out looking for not the sex, like I said, the gratification. You can do that in a variety of ways. As I hear Jergens is a major sponsor on this show. You can do that in a lot of different ways. But, the pursuit of peace or what follows peace. Sex naturally follows. And I think it's the same case for men and women. When a woman is at peace with her man, generally speaking, I would think that she would be certainly more open and more amenable to sex and sexual advances and wanting to be intimate with their partner because of the peace that's present there. But generally in the case, if you're not getting it, usually there's other things that are going on where sex is not happening. That's not a peaceful situation. That's not a harmonious situation. And so again, people will definitely go and people will definitely go. I'm not answering that. People will definitely go and in pursuit of that. But I think both men and women also pursue that. Women also looking for that also. They're looking for that union. They're looking for that bonding. They're looking for that intimacy. They're looking for that peace where they can be themselves with somebody and let their hair down and not necessarily have to play a role. And so I think for men and women, there's a component there. So we're not always just thinking with our Johnsons all the time, just going after stuff. But again, you cannot separate sex from that. We are mind, body, spirit entities. And so, yes, the physical is absolutely there. But if there's no peace there, at least I know I'm just speaking for me, I can't do it if I don't have a peaceful home. I can't have angry sex. I can't have revenge. I can't do none of that. If me and my wife, if we're at odds, we got to get back together mentally, spiritually, and everything before that can even follow. So even if we like in my house, we don't have makeup sex here. All right. We just don't. Like, we don't have sex to make up. We have to be made up. And then the sex then comes after that. Right. So again, where there's peace, I think the sex follows. And I think what these men are looking for is the situations where they see a peaceful situation and therefore they want to put their sex where that peace is.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother. I told y'all Mr. Bennett was going to bring it.
Yeah, it was. Bring me up to the big screen for just a few
round of applause for Mr.
Let's get everybody down. Let's get everybody out. Round of applause, man. All right, man. So listen, Mr. Watkins, what do you have for us tonight, brother? Should a woman be her man's peace or how do you feel about the subject on tonight, my brother?
I think I'm come from a different angle. It's like I've been a side nigga. You know what I mean? So people just do what they gotta do at the time. That's it. Like I guess my 20 years in the military just makes you realize people do what is expedient at the time. So your comfort comes from what you gotta do. A side female, like I was married 19 years. I probably cheated the whole time I was married, no lie. But I did it because I needed to, because of the repetitive nature of my job, how I build up on what I did. So, cool. Everybody live the way they live. Who laughed? I ain't see the person that laughed.
Oh, I don't know. So I appreciate
All
you.
I'm gonna say is like y'all. I think this is what I'll say. Y'all frame it as you seek a woman for your peace, and if your wife doesn't do it or your girlfriend doesn't do it, you're gonna seek it somewhere else.
True.
That's it.
That's true.
Your girlfriend's gonna do the same thing to you.
True.
Yep. All right.
Well said, sir.
Well said. All right. So we're gonna bring in my guy.
What's good, bro?
What's going on, my guy? Go ahead and preach your sermon, brother.
Man, this is one of those subjects that's complex to me, right? Where nobody is really wrong, right? Nobody is really right. Like the brother just said, everybody live their life a different way, right? So it's hard to say, one way is indicative for everybody else. I think it's possible that a person could cheat for peace. I've known a few situations where I had friends that were stepping out, and it was because they weren't getting fed at home, right? And when I say fed, I mean their ego, their emotion, psychologically. And some of that does also, include sex, right? They wasn't getting as much sex as they thought they was, or it wasn't like it used to be. I've had those conversations with a few homies. She did it like this before, and now it's just lazy. It's more habitual. It's more like a chore, right? I think making the sex be more enjoyable and be more of a fantastic voyage, if you will. I think that's a dual partnership thing that needs to take place. It's not one person or the other person, right? Both people need to do that. But if I just speak for myself, the only time I ever cheated was a technical cheat, right? So let me tell you what I mean by that. I dated a woman who couldn't have sex. It's a long story. I don't want to get into it. And after a year, I just told her, like, look, I can't not have sex no more. Like, I want to have sex. She did the best she could, provide me with copious amounts of oral sex. But after a while, it just wasn't enough, right? You just need that bang, bang. And so I told her, hey, listen, I'm going to go have sex. You can call that cheating, but I did tell her, right? And then in another situation, I was cheated on. And when I found out that my girl had cheated on me, I just started sleeping with everybody, all the people in my building, all the girls in my neighborhood.
Oh, demon time.
Yeah, I just went bananas. I was trying to get revenge, right? So to me, I don't consider that cheating because I got cheated on and I just went ham. But at the same time, it wasn't like I was telling her I was doing it, right? So technically, that's cheating. I say often on my platform and any other platform I'm on, I'm not a fan of cheating. I don't support it. I try to be a friend, but with my homies, look, you met a chick, you went out, you did what you did. I don't want to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? I know cats that just slept with whoever they want to sleep with whenever they wanted to. And the women in their lives knew that they weren't the only ones. And so because I saw it, I know it's possible. And that's what I respect. But at the same time, I can understand when you're in a situation, you've been with somebody for so long, every relationship you can't just walk away from. It's money involved, kids involved, feelings involved, all this other stuff. And men, we have needs that we often meet with sex, whether it's emotional, psychological, or whatever. It's not just sex, right? Sex for a lot of men isn't just physical. They're trying to heal things within themselves. They're trying to cover up things within themselves. And so it's very complicated, bro. But I appreciate being a part of the topic right now, the discussion, I should say.
I see your little podcast. I want to jump in real quick. How old are you?
I'm 45.
You're 45. Okay.
Yeah.
And where you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Chicago. You're a thug ass nigga. I appreciate you. I hear what
I
you're saying.
appreciate you for saying that.
I hear what you're saying, and I know where you're coming from. But you're still young, man. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I ain't trying to clog the panel, but I listen to you, and I see what you're saying, though.
I
I appreciate you, brother. We ain't signing. What you got for us tonight, man?
Salute to the brothers on the panel. Salute to Black Man Unfiltered. Shout out to Gramps. And yeah, man, I will have to. I follow the same line as Mr. Bennett, where when men cheat is definitely for peace, because you got to understand. Ladies have to understand something. A lot of times in relationships, sex is propositioned as a treat. Like we're some kind of animal or dog, right? If you do this, you get sex. If you own your job, you get sex, right? Or, on your birthday, I'll do that thing you like, or I'll do this thing you like, right? And a lot of times, there's a lot, according to the statistics, right? There's lots of sexless marriages. And a lot of times when you have another woman, you can just be, right? There's no quid pro quo, right? There's no frustration there. There's no obligation there. And there's a sense of freedom. And there is something to be said for having, free sex. Because with your wife or your committed partner or whatever, right? There's a lot of commitment, responsibility, things you need to do, right? To maintain that relationship, to maintain headship, to maintain order. But with the other woman, you can just be. And there's peace in that. There's no frustration in that. And there's freedom in that, right? So women really have to understand that, propositioning sex or using sex as a weapon or as a treat really pushes a man to look elsewhere at times, especially when you have a woman who is compliant, friendly, nice, easygoing, and has no requirements and willing to have sex with you. And I'll close with that for right now.
All right, for right now. I appreciate you, brother. All right. And last but not least, before we all sit at the table together, my guy Angelus. Oh, where's he at? Normally I see his. Oh, there you go. I see him. You gonna cam up for the ladies to see you? You single, man. We're trying to get you in.
No, man. I had like a busy. First of all, how everybody doing? Shout out to Mandrill for. I reinforced that too, Mandrill. By the way, how's everybody doing?
Good.
All right.
Doing well. Good.
All right. How's my weekend doing? It's been good. A little bit busy today. I was finishing up cooking. I don't know if you saw the message, but I got your
yeah.
So I'm not gonna not support you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of my word. What's the question? So everybody had a lot going on.
He cheats for peace, not for sex.
Oh, that's true to an element. I'm gonna keep this short, man, so we keep this sucker going. I don't want to Bible study nobody. My man, was it Yoli? Because I know we was on Fight Club one time.
I seen your little podcast.
Yeah. He's speaking 100% facts, and definitely Mr. Bennett just put that sucker in a nice bow. And it all comes down to being honest with your intentions. Even if you're in a relationship, just be honest about it. And what Yoli did is pretty much, that's rare as fuck, bro. Because no dude that I know, unless you that guy in the relationship, especially if you're saying you're in an exclusive relationship, gonna come out their mouth and just like,
wait a minute. Candid Hand said, ladies, do your Kegel exercises and eat that meat down to the bone. Woo!
I'm out.
Can't get any more candid than that.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, Candid Hand ain't poor. She
reputation
violence tonight. Look at that girl. He came and look up. Okay, go ahead, Chris.
No, but that's fair. And this is again, you're talking to two individuals that's both married, right? They're telling you from general experiences. That's facts. Unfortunately, the younger crowd is not listening to that. So it comes down to honesty, even on the man's side. Like, men need to have that D control. Women just need to be more a little bit more submissive with their tools and thou and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna leave with that, and we'll continue with the conversation.
All right, let's all sit at the table real quick and see what happens. So, guys, after hearing everything, man, what do y'all? I mean, do you? First of all, I'm gonna ask this question: do y'all think it's possible for a man to cheat for peace and not for sex.
Yes.
Listen, here's the thing. It depends. You know what I'm saying? Like all this is very nuanced. Relationships in general are nuanced. You know what I'm saying? So there's no one answer. It depends on the circumstances.
Right.
I mean, you know, and that's what my answer was centered around. Like me, I wouldn't cheat. I'd tell you what the problem is. We'll sit down and fix it. If you don't want to fix it, then it's time for us to have a different conversation. You know, about how to split up these assets. So you know, and that's all there is to it. Either she's gonna. Women have to understand that both parties, the man and the woman, are responsible for protecting that relationship. In this case, a marriage. You're both responsible for protecting that marriage. A lot of times when women cheat, they say, well, he wasn't doing this, he wasn't doing that. Then if that's the case, she's saying that the man wasn't protecting the relationship. It's either that or the woman was being greedy. She wanted too much, you know? And Aaron was saying, right after me, he said, well, guys agree. It comes when guys are being greedy. They want it all. They want it all too, just like women. And those are guys who are being greedy. So you have guys like that who are just greedy. And I agree. You got a lot of guys out there who cheat for no good reason. They just want to have it all. And they get what they get when they have to pay the woman half.
Yep.
That's what you get. You got to pay a half. Being greedy. You know, like I said, cheating ain't my thing, but it's not my thing. But yeah, it's possible for a man to cheat just to get away.
And twerking. Aaron twitching and twerking.
Yeah, I see him. But like I say, it is possible for a man to cheat for peace when he's trying to escape from his wife. Instead of him talking to his wife and working it out, which is what he should be doing, you have guys out there who try to escape the stress and everything of their married life through a relationship with another. That's how they cope. You know, some guys go to the gym. Some guys go to the gym. Some guys chew gum. Some guys read some guys read a magazine. People have different kinds of coping mechanisms. And that is some guys, their coping mechanism is a relationship with another woman.
Chewing gum over getting the box, bro?
So for example, people have different ways of coping with stress and trauma. And in this case, their stress and trauma is their wife at home. And the thing is, ladies, if you're that woman, give your man that kind of stress and trauma, shame on you. You're the bane of that man's existence.
I want to add something.
You get what you get when you behave that way and not protect your marriage.
Well, the thing I want to add is, you know, when we're talking about peace, we need to be careful to paint the picture. It doesn't need to be crazy in the household for peace to go missing. It could be putting him second to the kids. It could be constant nagging, right? It doesn't need to be world star level for the peace to drift away. It can be the constant nagging. It can be the what is that? What is that called? Passive aggressiveness. A lot of times it's the passive aggressiveness that really that's a turn off to men. And absolutely you can cheat for peace, because sometimes, like, yeah, you sleep with her, but a lot of times you just want to chill with her. You just enjoy her company, right? You're doing more than sleeping with her. You're enjoying her company. You're taking her to movies. You're going here, you're going there, right? Sex is wild and a little bit weird at times, right? So, you know what I mean? You spit in the butt, tickle that booty hole while hitting it from the back. You know what I mean? She's open to that. But the other, you know, your wife is still tripping. So, you know, ladies, you definitely need to be experimental, get a little crazy. Nothing wrong with a little weird.
I will add to the part when you said peace, right? Because people keep adding, not you per se, but people keep adding that to like it's always sex. It's not always sex. Just peace, period, could just be just like you said, not the nagging, not whatever. Just, and it was funny because we like this day just been a perfect day for just everybody being very open and honest about it. We just left a panel where the woman was explaining how she gave peace to her man. And she said, she gave an explanation. She said, I listened to him. I understand where he came from. Let's say if he had a very stressed work environment, and she'll just shut up, listen to how his day goes. And she took that into account. And she said the only thing that she knew best to do for him, she's like, besides, you know, doing stuff around the house, making sure everything's good, or when he comes in her little space, have that peace for him. And she said she went on her way and paid for they both go to like a sauna, a little all-day spa, something like that, just to give them that extra little cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. What are you making Facebook? We just left from the same panel. Don't start, man.
No, I was reading that comment.
All right, stay out the chat.
He pulled it up. Just saying. You see what I mean? Found out like what?
Yeah, but it's just people when they say don't get it conflated when men say peace is not all about sex. Trust me, it's not all about sex. It's just that peace of mind when you come home. There's nothing added to fan the flames. There's nothing passive aggressive. Nobody's being petty. Nobody just being argumentative, just to be argumentative. You know what I'm saying? Or I even give like the podcast, for example. I'm like most of us here is content creators. I'm sure, and I'm not trying to throw Black Man Unfiltered in. Some people say, oh, well, Black Man Unfiltered flirt with all the women on here. His wife know that he's number one. He's an entertainer. He's a YouTube content creator. She just doesn't take that personally. You know what I'm saying? He's home. What is he doing digitally? What is he doing? So those little things right there, no real woman worth her salt is going to use that as a weapon to make arguments or nagging and poking a bear. So it is what it is.
Just wanted to add also a caveat to your question. I think it's possible that men will have sex for peace in the sense that they're pursuing it. Now, whether or not they get it or not, that's another question. Because, like I said, where there's pieces, generally the sex will follow. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get it. Because, again, for these guys, you think you're getting with this side piece or whatever it is, and you could be creating a very unstable situation for yourself. So it's like it's the charm, it's the appeal, it's the allure that gets you there. But, again, if you're not measuring what the consequences of your actions could be, you could be bringing disease home or another baby home and just a whole bunch of drama to your house. So so again, yes, I think guys, they do it in pursuit, but just like anything else, that could be your Moby Dick, and you may never get it. So I'm answering the question from the standpoint of what motivates some men to pursue that course of action, but will they quote unquote get there? I don't think so, because I think ultimately your peace is going to be in other means. You might be, could be in a higher power, some spiritual aspect where your ultimate peace comes from. So again, we're always wanting things, but just because you want it, oftentimes when you get it, that doesn't mean that, that it was what you wanted it to begin with. So again, so I'm coming at it from that standpoint. I'm not saying that a guy's necessarily reach it, but I'm just getting into that's why they'll do it. Whether or not they achieve it or not, it's a good chance they probably won't. And they'll just create more drama for themselves than needs to be. So again, I don't advocate guys stepping out and cheating and doing all that kind of stuff. I just don't, because I think more times than not, you're going to add more dysfunction to your life and more problems that you don't need. But is it there? Will guys go after it? Absolutely.
Because they're too scared to have that conversation. That's like Yoli. He was in a relationship, kept it to 100. I ain't gonna lie, bro. My cousin that same level, I just couldn't do it. but it comes down to that. You have to be honest. You got to be honest, whether it's her feelings or not.
Yep. And Lucky Marie just said something in the chat here. She said, what happened to peace being her ability to give balance to his mental struggles, physical desires, his unspoken emotions, and align with one? That's exactly what we're saying. Men are coming home. Imagine this. If you can imagine for a second, let's go back to Barney. Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination. And when he's small is what we call a dinosaur sensation. So Barney used to tell us to imagine things. Imagine for a second, a man goes and works for 8 hours, 10 hours, 16 hours. And he comes home. And when he comes home, he's, hey, baby, hey, kids, what y'all doing? Y'all good? Hey, you doing what you're supposed to do? Bam, bam, bam. And the wife would say, you didn't get that sink fixed today. When are you going to take that car to get the oil change? Hey, matter of fact, hey, I need you to go up to this. Hey, do this. Listen, hey, babe, listen, I'm tired. Oh, man, listen, you ain't tired. Right? What happens? A lot of men experience that. And I know a lot of men going to say, oh, I wouldn't do it. But there are a lot of men out here that are married, that have 4 kids, 3 kids, 2 kids, have a family dynamic, and their wives just mouths are just unbelievable. It's not a peace.
Can I push back on that a little bit though? Like,
How?
not that I'm disagreeing with you at all, right?
Hey, it's not Fight Club, bro. It's not Fight Club.
Right. Yeah. No, it's not that I disagree with you, because I think that is definitely a factor, right? But I think with the way my mind works, right, I like to deal with numbers, right?
Mhm.
So I like to speak about in generally, which means the majority.
Right.
If I'm being honest, I just think the majority of dudes cheat because they have the option to, right? Like, that's the majority. Like, you can think about it like this, right? If we look at the numbers, only 33% of Black men are married, right? And so I know it's a lot of live-in situations that we don't always account for.
Right.
I know that happens as well, right? But that's what I'm saying. If you just look at the numbers, it's more of us living apart than together. So I just think most men who cheat, I think most of them cheat because they have the option to. From a young age, we're told it's a good thing to be able to get as many women as you possibly can. And it feels good. Let's just be honest about it. Like, I never really wanted to be a whore. Growing up, I always wanted to be a husband and a father. Like, you know, people, when you're in class and the teacher said, "What you want to be when you grow up?" I would say, well, a husband, right? And a father, because the absence of my father was doing so much damage to me. And even though I couldn't verbalize it as a young man, I knew it. And so I always wanted to, I'm sorry?
But when you stacking them girls up, you feel good too, right?
Facts. But this is what I'm saying though. So when I was single and I was whoring, it was fun, but it wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't the same as when I had this one chick who anything good or bad that happened, she was the first person I wanted to share it with. You see what I'm saying? And then no matter what, like with my woman now, like 09 is my favorite year, bro. We spent so much time together, and we would just get up and we would smoke and drink. And I'm kind of a comedian most of the time, right? So I'm just cracking jokes and we laughing. And after hours of that, it would be hours of sex. And then I would go home to my baby mama. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, yes, I was finding my peace, so to speak, right? Because at home, it was my baby mama. It was all the drama. It was the fact that, you know, she had recently cheated on me and all of that. But even now, though I became the man that she thought she wanted, I still wasn't getting peace. But I was getting it out in the streets. Like somebody else made this caveat earlier, that all of the other girls, they like you, right? Because they don't have the expectations to pay my bills, pay my this, take care of that, blah, 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 blah. They just like you. They like how you dress. They like how you talk, how you dance, how you move, right? But your woman, hey, fix the sink, unclog the toilet, spank them kids, rub my feet. I don't feel like it today, not tomorrow neither. Don't touch my hair. It's all of that type of stuff too, right? But that's when you in a relationship living together. And so as most of us don't live together, I would just say in general, if we're just being honest, most guys cheat because they have the option to.
Well, here's the thing, podcast. I would agree most dudes do cheat just because it's there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But to look at Marie's comment, that's not true. Not all men cheat are only as faithful as their options. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I could be in a relationship and I can get attention from women left, right, and center. But if I'm in a relationship, that's it. I'm in a relationship. I don't care who approaches me. You don't have to worry about me stepping out. Listen, my commitments are my commitments, and I take them extremely seriously. And I actually get insulted when I tell women I'm in a relationship and they still press on me. That pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? So not all men are like, and I'm not the only one like that. So there are men out there like this. And to podcast point, I mean, bruh, I just think y'all low integrity niggas need to find something to do.
So can I ask you
hold on. If you're cheating on your lady just because it's there, you ain't busy enough. Go make money. Instead of cheating, go make some money.
Integrity. What is
no, that won't work. You can't sit there and just sit there and say go make more money. Making money.
No, not that. Go see a movie or something. Find something to do.
But I'm saying, so this is the thing. There's a certain amount.
Find something to do, man.
No, there's a certain amount of competence and intelligence and experience it requires to make a lot of money. That's why most people do not. So when we say these things, yeah, it sounds good because it'll make certain men look better than other men.
I'm not trying to do that. Just go learn. Go learn another language.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You trying to make people be something they don't want to be. And when people try to put a pressure on people who don't want to invite their pressure, they'll go to a space that don't have that pressure.
Well, fair enough. You get what you get, though. I mean, if you're like,
but I have to
you gotta pay all that alimony. You gotta pay all that alimony and stuff.
I would say majority of men, especially majority of men in marriages, yes, people cheat. Yes, people cheat. Absolutely. Yeah. But majority of men in marriages aren't going to cheat, even with the options, right? I mean, self-reporting is around what, 26% that self-report that they cheat anyway. Majority of men understand, especially in marriage, that doing this, you're going to lose something, right? There's kids, there's homes, there's finances there, right? So I would definitely have to disagree that a man is as faithful as his options are, because most of the time the man is not going to step out. Now, do men step out? Absolutely, right? But they're it's self-reporting, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. But it's at what, 26 something percent? So that means what, 70 plus or like 60 something plus don't.
Right.
So
right.
Wait, just one last point. One last point. This is why it's all the more reason why if you're feeling tempted to go step outside your marriage, you need to focus on that marriage and fixing whatever it is that's broken. Right. Because it might be your fault, because you do have children, you have finances, you have resources, all this stuff invested into this relationship. Why would you put that in jeopardy over sex with another woman? Yeah. I mean, whatever the problem is, that's all the more reason to be laser focused on fixing that between you and the other woman. Now, this is just me. People would disagree, and that's fair enough. Respect. I mean, if my point of view is, if you have a different point of view, love to hear it, because like I said, this is a very nuanced issue, and it has to be taken on a case-by-case basis. But if we solve it for the general, okay, if you're being tempted to step out your marriage, you need to focus on that marriage and fixing whatever it is broke. You got too much to lose, man, and you are responsible for. The thing is, you have to understand, fellas, to the fellas in the chat, you are responsible for the woman you're married to. You're responsible for her. Ladies in the audience, you're responsible for the man you're married to. You are responsible. He is your responsibility. Yes.
Hold on. Let me give you this.
Hold up, podcast.
We got to get Mr. Hell in, and we got to get information man in, Mandrell.
Yeah, I want to add to this discussion.
People omit that.
I just want to give you a quick statistic, bro. I read somewhere that said 39% of cheating, I think it was in marriages though, but don't quote me on that, happened with coworkers.
That is true. Yeah, that is absolutely true. That is true.
Yeah, but 39% is not the majority. Majority has to be 51%. And also, we're talking about 39% of the 26% that's self-reporting. So it's not 30% of all marriage couples. It's saying of all the people who cheat, 39% of them were cheating with coworkers. That's how statistics work.
That's a big chunk.
That number can fluctuate, but we're gonna get information man in the building. We got information man and Sir Hell here.
Information man.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? How's everybody doing?
What's going on?
Yeah,
man?
I think the statistics as it relates to the workplace. I know a lot of people in the workplace that I'm in, and I work in a huge workplace where people are having affairs in the workplace, because remember, you're spending most of your time around people at work and women and other people more than you are actually spending time at home with your wife and family. You're spending a majority of your hours outside of that household. So therefore, if there's something broken in the household, if you are the woman, that's when people begin to creep. But let me add this to the discussion that I don't think has been added, and maybe if it has, excuse me. Let's look at it from the generation and age factor. When you're younger, when I'm 52 years old, when I was in my 20s and what have you, that was the time for you as a young man to explore your sexuality with women, to go out there and conquer the world. Because as the brother was saying, we're culturally conditioned as men that if we ain't out there getting the coutane, right, that something's wrong with us. So I believe when you are a young man, you're running the gamut, which is still dangerous. You're not operating logically. But when you become an older man with maturity and time, and then you get married, I think men tend to cheat when they're in marriage and there's something broken or not working with them and their partner, and then they take the weak way out by not talking to their woman or either ending the marriage because it's not working. Why stay in something that you're not happy being in, fellas? So then we didn't step out and then we cheat on our spouse because our wife, because there's something that's not working right at home. I think with older guys that have been married before, that's one of the things that we struggle with. I don't know how many of you on the panel have been married before. I've been married before. And one of the things that I think is most important for us as Black men is that our home should be our castle. And when Black men come home from work and dealing with the world and the society that we deal with, we want to be able to come home to peace, ladies. So the goal is that when your man comes to the door, don't hit him with all the heavy stuff. Give him a chance to take a shower. Matter of fact, have bath water ready for him. Give him a chance to have a meal and relax. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's the tactics of how you go about everything that you say to a man, ladies. Give him a chance to decompress himself just as much as you want to decompress when you come home. And then let your husband, your spouse know of some of the issues that has arrived. The brother, I think, and me, as a Black man, I will take that and digest it a lot easier other than you just throwing things at me. And even in my own marriage, that was one of the problems that I was dealing with personally with the communication and all these things of that nature. So older brothers, when we're married, will tend to creep out because there's something broken in the relationship. The brother's right. Men will cheat because we have the options. We're told that the world is ours, right? We have the option, but it doesn't mean that you have to act upon the options, gentlemen, because part of our problem is men. And this is why I agree with the brother was saying, as a man, part of being a man is being able to control one's emotions, one's physical urges. It's about going deeper into yourself. And this is why I said, I don't know if it was on Sir Hell's show or when I was on with Raw B with him, I believe that some men should spend time by themselves without the interdependence of having a woman in your life to learn more about yourself. Can you go a week or two? Can you go and spend time without having a woman around you and being interdependent on the female to make you fulfill yourself as a man? You should be able to have some fulfilling without there being this need to have every woman that you're jumping in and out of bed with. And I also agree with the young brother, what the brother was saying before too, that when you're hopping around with different women, and I've experienced this too, you had fun, but there was no fulfillment. There was no emotional connection to the woman versus the woman that there's something about the woman that you meet that you want to be with. And it's like there's something about her aura. It ain't even about her sex. As a man, as you get older, sex becomes less important. Now you're thinking about where is the woman's mind at because you've had your fun. And that's how we have to develop ourselves as men. And we got to stop using excuses because excuses are tools of the incompetent, and those that use them seldom succeed, ladies and gentlemen. We got to stop using excuses.
We gotta stop saying there's only one way to be a man. As a man, you gotta have this. As a man, it's always as a man as if men are one way. And what I have found is men are a whole bunch of different ways, in a lot of ways different, and this, and that. And what I know, because I'm 33 years old, and what I remember is when I was growing up, my grandfather might have had 2-3 families across town, and my friend grandfather did the same thing, and my friend and it was a normal thing and a very extremely common thing, right?
Yes.
But what they didn't talk about it like they talk about it now, because obviously we're in a different time zone, right?
Yes.
And so I think what we have kind of got into is we would like people to be aligned in society and follow a certain way, which we would consider the right way. But we have found that does not work, and most people will not do that. And so let's just be honest with each other that there are going to be some men this way, some men that way, etc. The problem that people are having is distinguishing them, because women are going to say, well, I only want the type of men that will not do that to me and will not cheat on me. And if that's a smaller amount of men, you ain't going to get one. So,
well, you just said yourself, brother, that we don't know. There's all different kind of men. I don't want to make the mistake and put all brothers in one bag and say, well, there's no brothers out there that are faithful. I know brothers that have been faithful in their relationships. They did their thing. When I was in college, a lot of my fraternity brothers, we did our thing. We had our fun. And they're married and they've gotten a lot of stuff out of their system. And they're not, from far as I know, they're not stepping out like that. I think we need to give credit to brothers that are out there that are in successful relationships and realize that there's probably a small percentage of us that are doing the stuff that you're talking about. And we need to recognize that they are out there and they also contribute to giving some of us a bad name. Unfortunately, you know how that works in this society. But I think part of your cultural conditioning and how you grew up plays a role in the things that you do. So if you grew up, like you said, grandfather did this, I had the same thing in my family. Should we repeat what our forefathers were doing that we know wasn't right? And sometimes we do repeat this stuff because it's learned behavior.
So I
Can I jump in here,
will-
guys?
Let me go get Sir Hale in here real quick. Go ahead,
no
Sir Hale.
problem, that-
Listen to this illustrious panel. I want to say good, my brothers, to Black Men Unfiltered, to the
My
information man, Aaron O. Hink, Paul Bennett, man, Drell Wing, Simon. I seen a little podcast, Robert Watkins. I come here, guys, bearing information. And Black man, when I was a kid, I knew that in my heart, my job was to speak to the suffering. So I want to speak to the men who are suffering from not getting sex in your life. I want to speak to you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a good man, he's a good brother, and he steps out and cheat, it's his responsibility, but ladies, it's your fault. And let me tell you why it's your fault. If this man is doing what he has to do, taking care of his responsibility, he's loving on you, taking care of the family, he's a father, and that man comes home to a place that's in chaos, there's no peace, that man doesn't get a decent dinner, so you don't care about his health. You don't speak kindly to him, so you don't care about his emotional health and his mental health. But when you go to work, you give your job your best. And when you go to church, you clap your hands and you do your dance and you turn around in circles and you serve. But when your man comes home, he has to beg for stuff. And he's a good man. If he cheats, it's his responsibility. But my dear sisters, it's your fault. And I think we have to start having these type of conversations because we go all the way around it. And we forget that you and I have a responsibility to each other. And when you are off and you're neglecting what goes on in your household, you leave the door open for a man to step out and get the little piece that he's begging you for from somebody else. So if he cheats, it's his responsibilities. But ladies, it is your fault.
Thank you, Sir Hill.
Anybody want to go ahead and anybody want to respond?
I would like to respond because I'll be quick. Thank you for that glowing endorsement, Sir Hill. I certainly appreciate it. We are 100% in alignment.
Did you say this as well?
Yes, I did.
I take back everything that I said. Me and Mandrell are not in alignment or anything. What I said.
I said the exact same thing, dude. And Aaron O, wait, Mandrell, I got some pushback. I'm like, how? I've heard you say the same thing, Aaron.
You did not say the same exact thing.
Like, how, Aaron? I heard you say it in Fight Club.
So my next question would be this. What does that, and I want to start with you, Sir Hale, and then we're going to move around to the rest of the guys. What does that look like? What does peace, when a man say peace, because a lot of women may be watching this right now and may be confused about what that peace looks like and what makes that man look for that peace somewhere else. Because like Sir Hale, you said that, peace does always mean equal sex. Right. So I want to start with you. What does peace mean? What does it look like in your home? And what does it look like, for the man outside the home?
I'm in my 30s, so peace is sex. I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
Okay, hey, come on, Robo, say hey.
So there's a couple things. One is the ability. There's a lot of men who don't get a chance to talk. You know what I mean? So like if there's something going on in this day, there's a lot of women who will say, hey, babe, how was your day? A lot of men never get asked that question. Babe, how was your day? And actually listen. It's like a lot of women will ask that and he'll say he's good. And she's not asking because she really want to know what's going on in your day. She's asking because she wants you to ask her what's going on in her day so she can talk to you about that. So that's one of those things. The other part is a lot of men are unheard. And I think that we forget that men and women are built differently. And when men have sex, when men make love, it ain't just we trying to just get our rocks off. A lot of times that's the space where men can be intimate and we can actually feel that love. Right? So peace is somebody who understands you. And even if they don't get you, they at least work to try to. So it starts in the head. That to me is peace. And then I'll say the other part. I got to address the elephant in the room. A clean home. It's a whole lot of sisters that be out here, beautiful pictures and stuff, wigs be on well, weave on there, lace fronts crooked to the side, booty pictures, duck lips out, right, nice shoes on, red bottoms on, fitted jeans, all kind of stuff. And when that man walks home, it's like the world gets this presentation of a great, beautiful, clean woman, and the home looks terrible, right? So for most men, a clean home is also part of that piece. And I think a lot of men, we can't say this because we don't want to start arguments, but it's the simple things. A clean home is an important part of peace as well.
Information, man.
I totally
what does that look like?
Sort of like what I had mentioned before. I think Sir Hell, he hit it on the top on the top. A clean home, a place that you can come to from as refuge from all the societal issues that you deal with, especially as a Black man. A place where your woman talks to you with respect and you can just decompress and relax and be who you really are and feel free. But if you're coming home to a chaotic household that is not in structured, and a woman is not fulfilling those emotional as well as physical needs and the structure that you need in that household, then it's going to be a danger zone for you as a man. And then that can creep into a man doing exactly what the brother is saying, that where that man may consider stepping out because there may be a woman, once again, getting back to the workplace, there could be another female that is fulfilling something that you as the wife are not fulfilling. So I do think that it is a two-sided situation. Women should also look at how they are fulfilling their man's needs in all those categories. And but we as men, if we come across, this is why we got to investigate women too, gentlemen. If we come across women, I always say you should always be aware of what that woman's diet is, how she cleans her home, everything. And I look at what they put in their body. That tells you a lot. Is she a finger popping woman? Does she spend most of her time looking at soap operas on TV, or does she read books? Because that's what's going to translate to your child if you have a baby with this woman. So I think when we identify those aspects in a female, we should quickly get rid of them. Don't marry them and get out of the situation, because we're going to have a lifetime of hell, especially if we impregnate women that already are showing us that, we get caught up in the physical beauty that the women have, and behind that could be a monster.
Right. And you know what? And I want to say this real quick, because Big Bad Bull, leave that up there, admin, for me. Big Bad Bull says, I disagree. And I want to tackle this real quick, and then we'll go on to everybody else. I disagree. He said, how can the ladies resolve that of which they don't know? A man just up and deciding to cheat is a weak child. A man would figure out what she may be battling with that's impacting sex. And I want to say this real quick.
Oh my
Big Bad Bull,
God.
let me talk to Big Bad Bull. That's my brother. Big Bad Bull, I disagree with you. Because when it comes to the imperfections of a woman and what a woman is supposed to do, the first thing we go to is, what's she battling with? What is she impacted by? See, men don't get that opportunity. Men are machines. We're looked at to pay the bills. We're looked at to do things around the house. We're looked at to do things without stopping. When you get off work, you have to come on and help deal with the kids. Nowadays, it's not the woman cleaning the house anymore. It's the woman saying, we're partners. And so I'm going to wash the dishes and you sweep the floor. I'm going to wait till you get home to do the cleaning. Everything is a 50-50 thing right now. Or you can say 100, however you want to put it. But we always have these excuses. We always have, now, do women deal with things? Absolutely, our women deal with things. But we have to also understand that men do too. Just like Information Man just said. He said, when you come home, you have to have a place to decompress. Most men that self-delete don't have room to decompress. Most men that go home and delete themselves and delete others that they love don't have the time to decompress. A man his mind has to decompress. And again, a man has to have a place where he can go and sit down for a minute and just decompress, right? Women say, girl, I need a women's trip. It is a necessary thing for every year. Me and my girls gonna get together and we going to Barbados. We going to Vegas. We going to Cuba. We going to Jamaica. Girl, we got to get together. You know these kids, ooh, and y'all go do that for a week, but a man can't get 30 minutes without you nagging.
But you know what is interesting about what you just said?
Go ahead.
That's celebrated.
Yeah.
Why Wild Girl Summer is celebrated when women get together and take these trips. That's celebrated in society. When men say that we need time, we're being called, oh, now you're weak. Now you're not strong. See, it's a catch-22. Society says that we should be strong and leaders, and and sometimes we're raised that way by our fathers and uncles. But at the same time, we're still humans. We still have flesh and blood, and we have emotions. And this is why a lot of men, particularly black men, are dying silently, right?
Yes,
check this out. They spent in the NFL, which is a men's sport, they recognize breast cancer for women, and they should. And so the football players will wear pink, right?
Mm-hmm.
But nobody talks about the fact that more men die of cancer than women. Why is it in a male sport dominated by black men, where black men are dying of prostate cancer, there is no recognized day to recognize prostate cancer or cancers that are killing men across the board, particularly prostate cancer when it comes to black men.
Right.
There's no celebration about that. Now, one can make the argument that it's because women advocate for their health more than men do. Actually, it's true, but it's still a shame that there is no recognition for what is killing us in this society. So we die silently.
And let me say this. I'm going to tackle this, Cannon. Hey, Cannon Sugarfoot. So Cannon Hill is here. Cannon put a comment here. I want to tackle this one as well. She said, until you have to start dealing with the real life stuff with that new fun woman, it's not cute anymore. It's easy to have fun with someone you don't share stress with. Now watch this. Watch this. There are wives out here right now that are married, that have been married for a while, that still have fun, still do the things they're supposed to do. And I'll give you an example. We have somebody on the panel, Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett talks about his lovely wife all the time. Mr. Bennett said his wife gives him the time allotted for him to do the things that he loves to do. And in return, he gives her the time as well. They don't bother each other. They give each other space. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Bennett. Yes. Am I right? Is that correct?
Correct.
And how long have you been married, Mr. Bennett?
25.
25 years. Somebody just got out of prison on a 25-year sentence. This man has been with his wife for 25 years. He does what he needs to do to decompress. She does what she needs to do to decompress. But I bet you're wondering, I bet they ain't got no kids. How many kids do you have, Mr. Bennett?
3 daughters.
Did that with 3 kids, 25 years married, and 3 daughters. 3 daughters.
That's impressive.
With girls need more maintenance than anything, right, Mr. Bennett? Come on now, somebody. So we can't say that there's no women out there. True. And he just has celebrated his anniversary. They went to Jamaica. They had a wonderful time, right? He came back glowing and shining like he never had before. I said, look at him now. See, he having a PTSD moment right now. Look at him. He's just thinking back right now. So what I'm saying is, you do have women that show their men a fun time and give their men time. And when you have a man that you can give time to on his own time and then give time to you, then you're winning. Mr. Bennett is winning. He has a wife that's understanding. She's a nurturer. She's a lover. He returns it. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Aaron O. The question is to you, sir.
She actually makes a good point as far as when stress start coming and it's not fun times anymore, that does changes the environment. I can understand that. I just think that what we're getting to right now is
my bad.
It seems like we only want to highlight the good. I'm gonna just say the stuff that nobody want to say because that's what I do. Maybe we're getting to a point like when women weren't looked at the way they weren't looked at in the workspace, and it's been 40 years, etc. Maybe society is shifting, and younger people, I will say most of us are a little older, but right under us, younger people are seeing spaces where they don't believe that they're supposed to be with one person for their whole life. They don't believe this. That's what their actions are showing. They don't believe this. They don't have the same faith that most people that are getting married. Like it's just changing, and sometimes because we don't want to acknowledge that because it gives credence to a possibility of something we don't agree with. But if you just look at what these young people are saying, Netflix and chill, nobody want to take me out for a date, they want to buy flowers, like what's going on? We're all the men that I didn't have no dad, like everything, every aspect. It's changing now. And I think most times we're late Like when we thought women shouldn't do jobs, then we found out, okay, we probably shouldn't say that, let them do jobs. Even in the prospect where, I'm going to say it, people that play for the other team, when we might have perceived them back then, we were like, okay, that's wrong, we need to adjust. I think we come late to this part of where we see people are making different decisions because they just don't perceive things the way they used to see it. And I just see it changing. I might just be ahead of everybody else. I don't know.
Right.
But do you know what? But do you know what?
Even with the hot girl summer. Hold on just a second. Even with the hot girl summer, when y'all, who just brought that up? Information man. Even with that being celebrated, guys, I don't know if y'all guys saw this. It went viral. There's these ladies went on to, I think they went to Jamaica or some islands in the Caribbean, and they were spending time together. And that one girl in the group that's always gonna go live or always gonna video something, right? The girl she just a year in marriage or something crazy, and they were out on an all girls trip. And there was this big muscular dude, chiseled up dude from the island, and she had her skirt flipped up over her back, and she was just throwing that thing into him. And her friend was videoing it, and she looked up and saw her friend and said, "Girl, I just got married. Turn that camera off."
Oh my God. See?
You see what I'm saying? So if the camera was not rolling, the husband wouldn't see her rolling. See what I'm saying? And so my thing is, I do agree with you. Sometimes, and I remember Sir Hell said, we had a show months ago where we talked about ladies going on these all women trips on how, it's kind of, that's we need to talk about it. We'll hit on it in a few minutes, but those all girl trips, they ain't good for everybody. They're not good for marriages and relationships. They're just not. But we'll go to Mr. Bennett. Your thoughts, sir?
Well, to your question about what peace looks like.
What does it look like?
Just like any other situation, it's about negotiation. You negotiate what you think peace is in your particular situation. And so that's a conversation. So just like two nations, how we're going to live together as peaceful nations with one another, that's negotiated. And you're going to have different peace terms and treaties with every partner that you deal with. So for the person who says, a clean home, I think most people would prefer a clean home. But I'd like to use a fictional character in this. I think Oscar Madison. Most people won't even know what that is. Oscar Madison, I'm sure, didn't care about how his house.
Odd couple.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, it's going to be different in every situation. So your piece, have the conversation with your woman to say, look, this is what I need from you in this situation. That I think is peace. Peace is, are you in alignment? Are you going in one direction with one another? I think that's what peace looks like. Peace meaning, again, not at war with one another. You going one way, you trying to go another. You're aligned on finances. You're aligned on spiritual matters. You're aligned on how the children are raised. You're aligned on work-life balance. If both of you work, all right, which is for the most people. I mean, everyone talks about having that stay-at-home wife, but again, in this economy, most people are going to work. She's going to be tired too. So those peaceful terms, guess what? You might have to be doing something cleaning also. So it's whatever you guys align on that makes your situation unique to your experience. That to me is peace. Knowing that when I leave home, I know that me and her, we got the same objectives. We got the same thing. We're working this plan. We're going to keep it working. She has her roles and I have mine. And we come together again when we have to. She may have her time when she goes and does what she needs to do. I need to have my time. But when we come together, that's when we come together. And so I think that, not rather than just having this fixed idea of what that should look like, I think that's for you and your woman to discuss and come to that understanding, and then be committed then to the agreement that the both of you made. That's what peace looks like. So if you come home and say, look, baby, I need a half hour to myself just to decompress a little bit before you get into it with the kids. I'll get with you in a minute, but give me 30 minutes or an hour to decompress. And then we can get together. We can talk about anything you want. That's peace. So I think that has to be a real discussion, and both people have to be committed then to that, making that the goal. How can I serve you, and how can you serve me, and have that mutual respect for one another. So that's what peace looks like to me. That's how it works out.
Mandrell is single. He's looking to be married one day and want to have a family one day. So Mandrell, what does that look like for you looking forward into the future? When Mandrell walks through the door, he has the family thing at his house. What does that look like? What does peace look like to Mandrell after a long day work at the gym, at your job, or at your store that you're going to open? What does that look like for you?
No yelling. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to you about anything. I can talk anything out. I can negotiate anything. But what we're not going to do is raise our voices at each other. I'm not going to yell at you, and you're not going to yell at me. You understand? I mean, and also, I like to add this, fellas, because I see this a lot. A lot of guys like to push their weight around, and women like to do the same thing, but nobody's thought about what this looks like. That's why this question here, in my opinion, as soon as you asked it, I was like, brilliant. No one thinks about this. So no one knows what they really want, and they get married. When it comes to the nuances of the marriage, they don't know. So when things come up, that's why there's so much clashing and contention. You know what I'm saying? They're learning as they go. Okay, I don't like this. But they don't know how to handle it. So they're like, oh, I don't like that. Stop doing it. They yell and carry on. So everyone in the audience, please think about this question. Like for me, it's the raising of the voice. Don't do that. Talk to me about whatever. And if I'm stressed, let me go take a shower first. And then I'll sit down and talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying? You need time to decompress. I need time to decompress just like you do, ladies. Give me a minute. But most days I can come in the house and talk to you about whatever as soon as I hit the door. But that's just me. You know, and that's why this is nuanced. Young people need to think about what peace looks like for them. For me, it's just not having yelling and screaming at each other. And it's almost just that simple. You know, as you go along, you can probably add some stuff to the list and take some stuff off. When you sit there and talk to each other, you're gonna rearrange some things. It like Mr. Bennett said, it's a negotiation. And then you negotiate, you come to common ground. Like, okay, these are the things that I can do. Those are the things you can do to make the situation better. Bet. This is the way we're gonna roll. Right? That's how it is. That's how this works. It ain't hard. You just have to, both of you have to be willing to, once the decision has been made, both of you stick to your respective paths on making the other person as comfortable as possible. Because you're gonna hit roadblocks. You're gonna have problems. So yeah, for me, I don't wanna hear you yelling and screaming at me about whatever, because I ain't doing nothing to make you yell and scream.
All right. And so I want to get Robert Watkins in here. Robert, what does peace look like in your life, brother? When it comes to your relationship, when it comes to keeping that thing together, what does peace look like? And then we'll move on to Hink 75. Go ahead.
It was a lot of things said. So can I ask like two questions real quick of some man's name? We ain't signing. The young man. He made a statement about he's not going to be in a relationship that's quid pro quo. What does that mean to him? Because I know
we won't get to him. I just want to know what your thoughts are right now.
That's me.
Yeah.
I think everybody's like capping. Like you got to negotiate. Like you know what you want from a woman, so you're gonna tell her what you want. And if she don't do it, you're gonna leave, right? So everybody's saying this other stuff like I'm gonna move around and I'll cook breakfast every other day and do this stuff. Like you know what you got from a woman. It's gonna be what it is. Like, I just think I think I'm in the wrong audience, to be honest with you. It's because I'm like, think about it like this. 50 years old, right? I've been a father for 30 years. I've been in the military for 20 years. I've been married for 19 years. I've been overseas for 7 years. Like the perspective that y'all have is different than my perspective. These are rudimentary things to me at this point. You know what I mean? Like we got kids out here shooting each other, going to elementary school, shooting up people. We got people going to a grocery store, shooting up people. But we sitting here talking about this. I mean, it's cool. I'm not even no disrespect to the panel or nobody. But come on, perspective's perspective, right? I can tell you everything I know. I apologize. That's all I want to say. And then really honestly and truthfully, we ain't signing. When he said he don't want to be in a relationship that's quid pro quo, I just wanted him to expound on that because quid pro quo means this for that, right?
Something for something.
Say again, sir?
Quid pro quo means something for something.
Right. So why wouldn't you be in a relationship that I give you this and you give me that? I didn't understand. Honest question.
So sure, I'll respond. So the thing about it is that I wasn't okay. First, when I talk, I don't talk about individual experiences because there's no way to assess that. I like to talk in general. That way, we all can add perspective. If I talk about my personal situation, there's no way you can add to it. Or if you talk about your personal situation, there's no way I can add to it. Right? I'm at the mercy or submission of whatever you say your experience is. Now, when I said quid pro quo, first I preface it with sexless marriages, and a lot of times women, not your woman or my woman, but women often offer up sex for something, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? They use sex as a weapon. So when we're talking about why would a man cheat, right? Just a general man, right? One of those things is because sex in his household is quid pro quo, whereas the side piece would just be freedom, enjoyment, fun. That's where it came from.
That's
all right. Thank you for that. So on the Hink.
Hold on, Black Man. I gotta run. So I just want to say I appreciate you extending the platform for me.
Absolutely,
to come on
brother.
as always, everybody on the show, dope show as always. I'll be listening in the background, but I appreciate everything. I'm gonna holler at you guys later.
All right, brother.
All right,
Take
only
care,
in
brother.
America, Aaron. Only in
Take
America.
care, Aaron.
Fight Club.
Go
Take
manage
care.
your, go manage your fighters.
All right, so we get to Hink. So Hink, what does peace look like to you? Because I know a couple of weeks ago when you were on the screen, brother, and you told everybody what you wanted in a black woman. So from the kid situation into everything else. So I wanted you to expound on what peace looks like to Hink when he walks through his door.
Face down, ass up.
You see, you see, ladies. You see, ladies in the audience. It's different.
Okay, so Hink,
it's different for every man.
Give me a little bit more, Hink. You got something else? You got something else you want to add?
Hey, man. Look, I don't. For me,
Hold on, Hink, before you say that. Hold on. Sorrel, can I get it one time?
Ladies and gentlemen, this show just took a turn.
Okay, go ahead, Hink.
I don't ask for much. You know what I'm saying? I really don't.
Clearly.
No, I don't. You know, as long as we can have a good open lines of communication, I'm good. Because then, you know, we can talk about whatever the situation is. I don't care if it's your bad day. I don't like to talk about my work. I don't like to bring work at home. I like to leave work at work. And I try to leave my home life at home. So I don't want to talk about my work. So I'm cool with not talking about work. If she don't ask me about how work was, I'm cool with that. Because I don't like talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to leave that. But I try to be sensitive to her because I know she may want to talk about it. So I'll be willing to listen about her work, you know, and what went on and who got on her nerves, who was stressing out, who wasn't doing what they supposed to be doing, whatever the case may be. So I'm cool with that. But part of my piece is as long as communication's there, I'm good. But most priority for me is some good love. Hank always needs some good love. 4 times a week. That's what I need. And if she's not giving it to me, that's a problem. And so we try to have a conversation about if communication's out there, and she's still not willing to do it, then I have to do what I have to do.
What you got to do, Hank?
The laugh, man, tells it all.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh my goodness!
I'll leave it to the imagination. I'm not going to say no more.
So
I don't get my man Black Man Unfiltered trouble.
So I'll go just a minute last because he's gonna have to be the balance, and I see this now. So we ain't signing. What does peace look like? What does peace look like to you? What is it?
Okay, so sure. So I just want to push back a little bit on my brother Black Satin. Is he justified in cheating? I can see that, but it's never the other person's fault when they cheat, in my humble opinion, right? Because there need to be honor in your words. I would never cheat on my wife. I would just leave her, right? If that was the situation, I would just leave. right? I think that we do have to honor our word. And if you cheat, that is a character flaw, right? That's a character flaw. So, and I can't, if I cheat, I wouldn't put that on her. And if she cheat, I wouldn't put that on me. That's a character flaw. So moving forward. Now, what is peace for me? My one is agreement, right? Sitting down, having a discussion, and make sure that we agree on the same things. Divide division of labor, making sure that her goals and my goals are the same. We're walking in the same path. And I'm also like Hank. I don't like talking about work because I don't need her counting my pockets, especially if we get a divorce. She do not need to know where I'm hiding my money. Fuck that. Wow. And yeah, I mean, just all in all, just making and respect each other, treat each other with common courtesy, right? And I think that is such a missing element in the Black community, because I feel that we as Black people, we really don't treat each other with courtesy and respect, right? Whether it's in a relationship, whether it's friendship, or even among strangers, just treating each other with respect and courtesy. Like you know what I mean? Like saying, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take it there. Let me fall back, right? Let me not say something to my wife that can't be taken back, right? So those things are where peace is, because of course we're going to have disagreements, but let's be respectful with the disagreements. And, tone down the passive aggressiveness. The passive aggressiveness does happen, right? I'm a newlywed and it has happened, but, we tone it down, and we make sure that at the end of the day that, hey, I love this person. I love her. She loves me. And we need to, conduct ourselves with courtesy and respect with each other, right? Because at the end of the day, in the morning, you want to make sure that whatever happened yesterday, apology can solve that. And some things you say you'll say, nothing will ever really fix that. So just be careful. And to me, that's peace. Just plain and simple.
And so I got Mandrell already.
I
seen your little podcast. What does peace look like to you, brother?
You know what? I can't stand this question right now because I don't have a prolific way to answer it, right? My response is going to be in line with what Hink said, right? Which I also understand is damn near Neanderthal at this point, because the only thing I can think about is sex. I used to say this all the time. If I found a woman that was submissive sexually, then we could work everything else out, right? I was younger then, and now I'm older, and I realized there are some things behavior-wise that you just don't want to have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? There's a level of anger and vitriol that comes with, and I'm just gonna say it, dating Black women, right? There's an aggressiveness that comes with dating Black women. And so having experienced some of those things, I realized that sex can't fix everything. But just saying, all things being equal, right? Nobody is perfect. You know what I'm saying? When my lady had a health scare a few years ago, I literally thought she was about to die. It made me start taking accountability to my own behavior. I had spent so much time trying to fix her and her kids. And then I didn't want to add any more stress to her already fragile body and mind. So I had to take accountability in how I was behaving. And it made me start generally caring about her just as a person and not as a sex object or something that I could control and dictate to. And so behind that growth and awareness, now our relationship, I'm still like super duper into the sex. Every time she takes her clothes off, I'm excited. It's like, I ain't gonna say it's like the first time because that's far-fetched, but you understand what I'm saying. Yep. I'm excited that it's still her. It is amazing to me that after 11, 12 years, it's still her, right? So it's like, damn, this the same chick I met on the bus stop that day back in 2004. God damn, right? So, but I like I said, with the peace thing, right? It's like, okay, all things being equal, nobody's gonna be perfect. We're gonna have arguments, we're gonna disagree on stuff, whatever, right? You're gonna get on my nerves, I'm gonna get on your nerves. That's the biggest thing I think each gender, man and female, needs to realize. None of us is perfect. You do shit that your woman don't like, just like she do shit that you don't like. Once you get past that, as long as you got me physically, like intimately, sexually, you submissive, you there for me when I need it. I mean, everything else I feel like can be worked out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's hard for me to just say, well, this is what my piece is. Cause just like, I guess I could rock with Mandrell. If we ain't arguing and you submissive sexually, I'm at peace.
Like I said,
I just want to
like I
third
said,
what the men have said.
people
Sex
don't
fixes
think about
things. I think we need to, guys. I think there's a part we're missing.
But wouldn't
Sex don't just satisfy us. A lot of our women, you start to realize that your woman wants it too. And somebody told me this, and bro, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. So I was going through some things in my own relationship, right? So just so you guys know, in a relationship, but we're going through some things. And he said something to me that changed my life. He said, bro, sometimes when your woman is acting crazy, sometimes you got to handle your business. And I think sometimes we get into sex thinking it's just about us, but sometimes she wants that too, right? And I think if we take care of her, I think us getting clarity, y'all know what kind of clarity I'm talking about. It's barbershop talk. I think she gets some clarity too. If we put it down, if it's beneficial for both, I think sex works both ways. And I think if we approach it from that perspective, like it ain't just us who want it, I think we'll probably get more of it, and we'll be a little bit better. Like that to me is one way. And then riding in my truck with my wife, that's how we chill. It's simple stuff.
Can I add something to that? Because I kind of disagree just a little bit here. I don't think that sex is the biggest problem that Black people have with each other. We making plenty of babies. We knocking plenty of goddamn boots. I seen this growing up from the late 70s to 80s to the 90s. Sex is not our problem. I believe our problem is a communication problem and a problem to understand each other, which puts us out of balance with each other. That's our problem. Black people don't have a sex problem. We know how to get down with each other. We know that our women want sex just as much as we want. We have the urges. Okay. See, this is one of our problems. We're so quick sometimes. I'm not accusing anybody on the panel, but the whole sex thing to me is low vibrations. Animals have sex. Dogs can have sex. Bugs can have sex. Birds can have sex. That's the simple thing. It's the high vibrations that we got to get back to. And that's knowing each other more so mentally and emotionally than just sex. Sex is not our problem. I don't need a woman to, if a woman is not fulfilling me, to me, if you don't have those emotional and mental things fulfilled, sex is not going to be fulfilling for you in the long run, because sometimes women will have sex with men just to go through the motion with you as a man, just to give you something, just to make you feel good for the moment, but she might not be happy. You might have sex with a woman and it may feel good for the moment, but if she's not doing the other things that are necessary for you as a man, the sex may be good, but you may not still be happy, which can still lead to some people stepping out on their marriage or their relationship, even when the woman is giving you sex, but there's something else that's missing in a dynamic of that relationship. That's what we need to be focusing on, brothers. You know, sex, come on, man. It comes a dime a minute. We can all have sex, man.
Right. Let me add to that. Let's address the 175-year-old elephant in the room. So I see my sister put here, she said, my sister Cannon Hill, she said here, I'm going to pull it all the way up. I'm going to go to the bottom. Thank you, admin. I appreciate it. Let's just pull this one up. Okay. She will want it more often, which she's referring to what Sir Hell said. If you make it a habit of taking care of her, she will take care of you. Now watch this. I am so thankful and blessed to be a part of so many small groups where men are speaking, right? I'm at the church and outside the church, on YouTube, right? And so, especially at the church, because a lot of men open up in those little spaces, and they're saying, and that right there is completely. Let me find out what that means to me. What she said.
Thank you. Hey, Black Man, I already got mine on. Black Man, I already got mine on.
Let me tell you why. Because a man can go in and we in the barbershop. Let's talk tonight. I'm gonna stay PG-13, but you're gonna know what I mean. Bars. So a man can go in and he can eat that thing up. He can pick that thing up. He can roll that thing over on its side. He can pull it over, pick it up, bounce it up, pull it back. He can oil it down and smack it down, pick it up, roll it up, stroke it even good, bang it down, and she gonna sit there. Oh yes, thank you. Out of side. But then he says, "Hey, baby, I need you to go ahead and give me some of that throw ahead, and I don't want you to stop until I get what I need from you. I'm tired. It ain't really what I want to do tonight. That's all you think about. Not tonight. There's a lot of men out here that are suffering. Let's talk about it. There's a lot of men out here that want something from their wives, and wives are let's look about the dynamic of marriages here. Wives are the only ones that have boundaries in sex. Men ain't got no boundaries. If you get in the room, you got some men that'll lick your damn armpits if you ask them to. So men don't have boundaries, but when it comes to women in the middle of sex, they don't mind telling your ass no. Is anybody on the platform, have you ever heard a man talk about this? Anybody? Come on, somebody.
Yes, I have. That's a really good
you can give
point
a
that
woman
you bring.
everything sexually pleasing. She can bust 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah,
But
I think that is a legitimate. As much as what I said earlier, I still think that sex is not our biggest problem, but there is a situation where women will only let you do certain things depending on the woman. Some women, let's be honest here, some women are more freakier than others. I personally like women that are more freakier with me per se, right? So let's be honest. We want the woman to be the freak in the bed and the lady in the streets, as they say in the rap music.
All right. Here's my thing.
I for one want to say I do have boundaries. I can't keep my woman off me.
Okay, Black Man, put that cap back on.
Okay,
we got Sir Hill in here with it. Now. Okay.
I think y'all think I'm joking. Have y'all met my wife?
We met your wife, Sir Hill. But the problem is we've also met you.
Some of us guys, we really do have this.
The problem is, Sir Hill, we also met you. Okay, so I don't see how your wife would.
Man, Drell, you don't want this smoke, bro. You don't want this on a barbershop.
To my point, okay. The comment that the woman made, that's complete horseshit. You don't stop doing it if he does this. It's not quid pro quo. That's your duty. Just like with me, if I'm with you, I'm gonna do what I gotta do because I'm duty bound to you. If you're my wife, period. Whether you do your job or not, I'm gonna do mine.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
You just made a powerful point here, because when men and women get married, as part of that contract, because that's what it is, a contract, men are held to a standard if we don't fulfill certain things in that marriage, such as protecting her, right? Mm-hmm. Taking care of the household financially, that is, and what have you. When men fail to do these particular basic things that we're asked to do, we will be railroaded in society. So why wouldn't a woman have to also fulfill what her duties are, right? If a man's supposed to be all these things, why is it that a woman cannot fulfill the sexual needs that you may have? And this is why you should probably discuss these things before you marry women.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's like my last relationship information, man, ended because we were having this conversation. There were many times she just didn't want to talk about it. She's like, I don't understand why we're talking about this. That's because it's marriage. We need to iron out the details of this. Okay. Like what? Then I bring up a topic.
Mm-hmm.
You have a child. I don't. How am I going to fit into this mix? She said, well, what do you think? Okay. I think I should fit in this way. The child's father's not in the life. She's going to need a positive male role model. That's my job, because once we get married, that's now my child. I'm responsible for her. She's living under my roof. She's in my charge. So I will take the role of not only stepfather, but father to her. She says, okay, how far does that go? I told her how far it goes. A father, period. All the way. No, there's no half-assing it for me. She had a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? She had a problem with that. So I mean, that's the thing. But so in having a conversation, that's when we found out that we had some disagreements, which turned into issues. Those issues, and because there were issues, she was unwilling to, compromise on some of them, and I had to make a grown up decision.
Right now,
So,
you're
you know
talking
what?
about
Let me hop in real quick. I'm
talking about bedroom man.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I know I understand what you're saying, Black Man. When it comes to the sex and everything, ladies, listen. You're duty bound to do it. Okay. You have again. I said it earlier. You are responsible for it. Yeah. Hold up. We ain't signing.
No.
I'm responsible for you. You're my responsibility as my wife. Your husband's also your responsibility. Your husband's your responsibility. It's yours. Hold up. Yes, it is. It's yours. It's both of our responsibility to keep this machine going. If we got a problem, we got to sit down and iron that thing out. We ain't got to step out and cheat. But if we're not talking to each other, there's no communication. And then if there is communication, you're still being stubborn and unwilling to do it. Okay, now we're going to have a problem. And I'm an easy person to get along with.
I'm sorry. You gotta let me hop in for a second. So first and foremost, your wife does not owe you sex. She has sex with you because she wants to. The only thing she owes you is children, right? She doesn't owe you sex. Now, should you have a lot of sex? Absolutely. But if she doesn't want to have it, then you just get a concubine or chalsan, right? Get you a mistress and be happy. That's how it's supposed to be done.
You don't cheat when you ain't signing.
What?
You're not supposed to cheat when you ain't signing. Come
on. No, that's not cheating. A concubine is not cheating.
How is it not? That's
another woman. Well, it all depends on your belief
system. With it though. Look at it.
A concubine is an attachment to what you already have.
I gotta go somewhere.
See, he sound like a player to me. Look at that. Look at him. Sound like a player to me.
Hold on. First, disclaimer. I do not advocate cheating. I do not advocate polygamous marriages or all that. One woman, one man. That's what I advocate.
But you just said.
No, I want you to break this down for me because.
Yeah, I'm breaking it down. Let me break it down.
So you don't believe in cheating, but get your concubine. So what is the paperwork involved in it that makes it better? Like what? Like tell me about this.
So concubine, basically, right? You pay for her house, you give her a salary, and you. And she's your concubine, not a.
Let me tell you something. Your wife is gonna be giving another woman some money. Like that's that. You really want to make her angry? Give another woman some money.
Not my wife. Again, gentlemen, pedigree matters.
So you gonna take care of
we ain't signing. We ain't signing. Can you go to the list again? Go to the list again of what your concubine looks like. Give us the list. What do you do for your concubine? Go ahead. We uninterrupted, guys. Let him go. Go ahead.
Okay, so concubine, you pay for her apartment out like in a neighboring city. You give her allowance, right? Not salary. You give her allowance, right? And you visit her on the weekends, and you take her with you on business trips.
That's an escort.
No, because she's only for you. She's only for you.
Nah, she ain't gonna be only for you.
You think she's only for you? Yeah.
She gonna be for the streets.
It's 2022, man.
Bro, I don't do that. I've never done that. I don't do that.
No, we got you. We got you.
There's no way, man. Go with a concubine, man. I'm not paying for no hoe. No, I'm not paying for no. You housing her, you feed her, you take care of her.
Right.
Oh, and you get her from the countryside, right?
I don't give a shit.
We inside it. Here's the thing, man. We inside it,
bro. I'm normally with you, bro, but you tripping on this one. You straight tripping.
Bro, I'm not advocating you should do this. I'm just saying, in the situation that, like, first, your wife does not owe you sex, and if she's not giving you sex, you have a decision. You either divorce her, or you get a concubine. The only thing she owes you is children. That's it.
Okay, but let me ask you this: we ain't signing.
Real sure. We got Cannon Hill. She's called in. Cannon Hill is in the building. Now, Cam Hill, you know we want you to cam up.
Shout out to all the concubine hoes out there.
Hey, look, that's what I was about to. Hey, that's what I was about to ask. We ain't signing. At what point do I give her father the pigs and the goats?
In the rush show. So in the beginning.
Okay.
Because I was engaged to a Kenyan woman before my wife, I was engaged to another Kenyan woman, but both women I paid dowry for.
Right.
But the goats and stuff like that is the Rasho and a Kikuyu tribe.
Right.
And for her, my wife is Arab, so you just do a dowry, a regular dowry.
Okay, so I'm glad you came in, Cannon. I know you got your question, but I'm going to pose one after you say what you have to say. So welcome to the show tonight, Cannon.
Hey, thank you for having me
Sugarfoot.
on.
Okay, and so while you're here, I was going to ask the guys this question next.
Okay.
Is the wife solely responsible? Is it her responsibility 100% to create peace for her man?
100% solely responsible? No.
Okay. Now,
because peace is internal, right? Peace is the same as joy, right? It's internal, right? So that's something that you would have to create into yourself. I think it is her responsibility, or maybe I should even say responsibility. I would prefer to use the word accountable. She's accountable for not destroying your peace, right? But what she can do is she can heal, right? Whenever your piece is fractured, you go outside, you have a really tough day at work, you wanted to punch your boss in the jaw, but you couldn't, right? And so you just come home and you're like, man, I'm tired of this job. And then she says things and does things that reminds you that that was just a struggle there, and you can let it go. And she kind of, heals your peace in a way.
All right. Now, Ken and Hill, thank you for being here. What is your question for the panel tonight? I know you was in that chat lighting them up. So what do you have for us tonight, hon?
Well, it wasn't so much a question. It's just I just wanted to add something to the conversation, because I think that we ignore a lot of times in these conversations the fact that men and women are socialized so differently when it comes to sex. Very true. It's like it has adverse effects, because we socialize girls, right, from the time that they're young to be more ashamed of sex, to be more less exploratory, have all these sexual hang-ups and different things like that, while boys more so will get celebrated for sexual exploits and different things like that. So when you get become an adult and you get married, like we're marrying each other, right? But then you have one person who has been pretty much socialized to explore all of their sexual desires all this time. And you have another person who's been socialized to more repress it, and to even see, I said, like, the thing is, I do think some women as well as men do see sex as a thing that's something women give to men. And I think that therein lies the problem, because if you've been spending since you hit puberty, if you've been spending your time suppressing your sexual urges and only viewing sex as something that's for a man, then I mean, why would you make time to try to go do it and all of these other things? Like, you may do it in the beginning, right? Like for the relationship, like, oh, let me give him this, we're on good terms and this and that. But then afterwards it's going to become labor, because it's like, once you start getting the kids and all these other things, and like, that's a problem. So that's why, like, for even a lot of women, they don't even start becoming more sexually expressive until they get much older, when they don't really care as much about what society has to say, and they have to unlearn all of these things. So I think that that's like what we really have to look at. Like, to me, that's like so problematic that we socialize both genders so differently, and then we expect them to come together as adults with these with this sex situation that lines up. And a lot of times that's why it doesn't. But that's why I say, I think that when men view sex as something that is for them, a lot of times they won't give time to figure out how to please a woman or the woman that they're with and different things like that, because they're more focused on their pleasure. And then even to that extent, a lot of women will even feed into that, because a lot of women will fake orgasms and different things like that for the man's ego.
Shout out to
like
DJ
so
Envy.
He may not even know that he's, right, like he may not even know that he's not even satisfying her, right? And like a lot of people don't even have these kind of conversations with each other, and they're like in whole relationships, and they're not even talking to each other about these.
Let's talk about it.
DJ Envy's wife said for 10 years straight she faked orgasms for a decade.
10
That's crazy.
years. That's her fault.
So hold on. I have to push back a little bit.
Me too.
Women today are not sexually shy at all. You got Amber
There
Rose,
you go.
Slut Off. You got what is it? Netflix and chill. You got Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion. You got Cardi B. Come on, women are especially American women.
That WAP doc.
American women are by no means, shape, or or no means, shape, or size are sexually oppressed at all. The most police sexually is the black man by far. And when women, like for example, if women were so ashamed, how can this man's wife get on social media, broadcast to the world that he's not giving me an orgasm? And there is absolutely no backlash to him at all. Stop the cap.
But
and
brother,
this is why
brother, we ain't
sometimes
signing him. Brother, we ain't signing.
This is why sometimes I think that you all are listening, but you're not hearing, right? Because I never said that women were extremely sexually suppressed. I said that women are socialized more, right?
And I'm disagreeing. They are not socialized more.
I never said
they are not. Okay, define. They are not socialized more. I'm directly disagreeing. They are not
were you socialized as a woman, or was I socialized as a woman? So,
but see, let me hold on. Let me respond real quick, man. See, and then I think what I wanted to say to that, because I kind of agree with the pushback part, and I didn't necessarily disagree with what you were saying. Only one part about the repressive thing, right? Yeah, you're a woman and I'm not, right? But I was raised in a family of women. I've been around women all my life. I have daughters, sisters, aunties, mother. So I can speak to the fact that there was no repression, right? What I heard was, don't be a whore. That's what I heard being preached to women a lot. Just don't be loose, right? As they used to say back in the day, that child is loose, right? Don't be loose. Don't be a whore. Don't be promiscuous. Not don't enjoy sex. You know what I'm saying? Don't, know what cunning lingets is, and like none of those things. Don't be uneducated about sex. Just don't be a whore. If that's repression, then shit, everybody should be repressed.
Hey, we ain't signing. We ain't signing. You breaking up, man. Go out and come back in. Go out and come back in.
You got that Chinese connection.
Go out and come back in. There you go.
I have to make.
So go ahead.
Agree with what she was saying.
Oh my God!
Because certainly you're right. You've certainly had a trend in the last 20, 25 years when you've had female artists who certainly started to break out of these social norms. But we ain't signing. He's the first one to always bring up. There's been these societal norms that have been there for thousands of years. And for thousands of years, there's been this separation in terms of how we socialize women and men. The last 25 years or so, we've had these women who've been sort of breaking that out, but you're still going to be at odds of what the general trend is. I think it's changing, but but even still, in your home, again, you might be listening to Nicki Minaj and all those people, but what your parents tell you or what your mom and dad tell you could still be very different. So you can still be conflicted about that. So I think her point generally, is sound, that historically we've done this, and certainly the last 20 years we've seen this sort of tide shift where women are certainly being a lot more expressive with their sexuality. But, I can't disagree with her general statement. Historically, again, the idea of the chaste woman is certainly something that's always been valued. But again, for men, our sexuality is our masculinity and our masculinity is our sexuality. We pair them together, but we've seldom done that as a whole with women. And that's just a fact in reality. And we have to, I think as men, we have to take accountability for that, because ultimately we hurt ourselves in doing that. Again, I have 3 girls and I have talking. Oftentimes they don't want to hear from me because it's icky to hear from your dad about sex.
Right.
But I'm this open book as well. So I tell them what the real is, and I tell them this: you have a right to this. This is something that God made you for, and certainly you have every right to be sexual just as much as a man is. But unlike what I hear sometimes in these places, if I had a son, I would tell him to be chaste just as much as I would tell the woman to be chaste. So, but again, we do have this double speak that we have in our homes, that men are supposed to sow their wild oats, but the women basically stay chaste until you find a husband. I think that is a thought process that no one wants to acknowledge. So again, I want to agree with her that this is generally how it's been, but certainly we're in this change that the last 30 years, this whole thing's being flipped upside down. But you're not going to just do away with thousands of years of training and socialization just overnight. You're not.
Yeah, and I think isn't there more of a point? Is there more of an emotional disparity though between women and men being expressive sexually? And what I mean by that is, like I said, my grandfather said a long time ago, and I don't agree or disagree, but he always said it. He said, listen, my boys and my girls are different. I'm hard on my girls because I don't want them out for the streets. Period.
Right.
And he said, with my son, I have to worry about one penis, but with my daughter, I have to worry about several.
Yes.
Right.
And so he used to say that all the time to my sisters and to my aunts. And so, I think there comes because he always used to say the emotions, he that old Southern talk, the emotions behind that is something else. When a man stick that thing up in a woman, it's different for a woman. It can change her whole life, whole mindset. She'll be different.
Fact.
Right? He said, man, man, go hit that thing and we don't even think about it. I won't even remember her name tomorrow. But a woman remember that man. It stick with her. That's what he used to say all the time under the tree. We used to listen to him. And so
that's one of those things where we think that we're doing something that we actually not.
No. What I'm saying is, man, I'm not talking about you going in like King Diggling and King Swing. I'm talking about the emotional attachment that you have with that woman, whether you went in big or not. When you was intimate with this woman, the woman attached herself emotionally to you.
Yes.
Not just the physical sex, but to you.
Mm.
Right? And then all of a sudden you say, I want to go over here and be with Darla. Right? She's not going to say, well, shit, I'm moving on to the next one. No, she's going to struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because she gave herself to you intimately. She's going to struggle with that. That's why men go out and bang, 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 bang. Then the next day,
what's up about that?
What was that? You know what was her name? You know what? Angeles? Damn, I hit a bad one last night. I don't even remember her name. She was fine, though. That's what men do. Right? I don't even remember her name. Damn, man, Sir Hell, man, I'll beat it up. So, man, what was that girl name? You know what? The one with the long weed. Damn it. Right? We don't even know
my
her
wife
name.
was watching this. This is complete speculation and hypotheticals.
Right, I'm sorry. Talk
That's
here.
if
you're
watching. Here's the thing. Here's how you know I'm correct, Black Man. Okay? Here's the thing that's not talked about at all. This is why it's so far off. Notice when you were talking about this, you describing it, the women in the chat,
no. I don't know. Well, one of them, I'm not gonna call their name. One of them in the chat was actually on the paying attention a little bit.
So you saying that's not true?
No, what I'm saying is they're hearing you. They're all quiet. No one's saying anything. But I've overheard women talk about this very thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you listen to them say,
she said most women don't process sex like that.
You let them tell it. You have some women who will say exactly what T-Shaw's saying, but I've heard far more women say that they let us think that. Which leads me to be skeptical, because once upon a time, I believe wholeheartedly the same as you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wholeheartedly. But now I'm skeptical of it. So I'm kind of like, all right, this is one of those issues where I'm prepared to have my perspective change if I can actually get a woman to tell me the truth.
Right.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't be worried about just one woman. Don't worry about all of them. You don't give a damn about all of them. All of them matter.
No, I just want to know him. Right.
As long as that one that I'm with, as long as she's good with me, I'm good. That's all that matters. The hell with the rest of them. Oh,
right, exactly. But
that's their problem, Hank. That's their problem right there, Hank. That's their problem.
Right.
But it could be me and a bunch of guys. Let's just say me, I'm the virgin or I'm the blue pill, I'm the simp. But all these guys, oh yeah, I got this girl. I got it. Now I'm more worried about what they think or what they're thinking or whatever versus me and this one girl. I got lucky and I found that one girl just for me. But I'm so freaked out about what everybody else thinks about me and mine. I'm good.
No, it's not that. I want to know these things because you guys know me well enough to know that I just want to know things from my own end. I just want knowledge.
But just in general speaking,
don't worry about what man. Don't worry about what every woman thinks. Worry about that main one.
That's for you.
Put that main one, and you be concerned about what she thinks, how she feels, how she rolling.
Right. Hey, we got I forgot. Hey, my bad. We got no captivity in the crib tonight.
Fellas.
What's going on, man? We get you in, then we'll go ahead and get the Chinaman back in here. He's backstage. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
What you doing, back to
Hey, I just want to say this. Stop the cap. Stop. Okay, listen. Cannon Hill. You know, much respect to Cannon Hill. Cannon Hill made a great point. If we were still living in the 60s, 70s, 80s, or maybe even the 90s, right?
Not in the 90s.
But okay. but the tables have drastically turned. Okay, there are, right now in these present times, I would argue that there are more socially awkward men than it is socially awkward women. And women, let's keep it 100. Women are the ones who make the damn eggplant emoji popular. Let's be for real. Come on, y'all. You got to stop the cow. Let's stop the cow, please.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to add before you get out?
That's all I want to say, Black man. You know I love y'all. I love all y'all, man.
Absolutely, absolutely, brother. I'm gonna keep the cap over here in case we get some more. Okay.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
You can't come in here
brother.
be dropping
Appreciate you, man.
gems, Cap. You can't be coming here dropping gems, man.
All right, Cannon want to come back. Cannon, come on back in, sweetheart. Come on back in. All right. So if we ain't signing, you can go ahead and finish if you're not robotish.
Testing 1 2 testing 1 2.
Hey, there you go. Now it sounds like we in deal.
Nigga.
All right. So yeah,
I thought the Chinese supposed to have the best technology. What happened to you?
Come on, man. We inside do not pay attention to him. Go ahead, brother.
I'm gonna let the baby slayer slide. Baby slayer slide. So I'm gonna let him slide. So anyway, it's shout out to you, Poppy. Shout out to you, my main man. So first and foremost, well, like I said before, like the gentleman that just came up, women are not sexually indoctrinated to be chased or anything like that, right? They're hot girl summer, slut shaming, slut walk, WAP, whatever.
Super head butts, you gotta throw it in there.
Right. And these women are lauded and applauded for. You on social media, you got women talking about you have one nigga for this, another nigga for that, right? You multi-purpose niggas. So you know what I mean? Like we really have to be careful. And the thing about it is, much respect to Cannon Hill, right? She's a brilliant young lady. But the thing about it is, when we say these kind of things, these things are purposely positioned so that black men are constantly dick policed, right? Because at the end of the day, only laws have been made to what black men sexually do. Oh, you can only find laws that about sex that's specifically geared to black men, right? That's historical throughout this country. And by saying that women are like this and men are like that, that's not historically true. That's not true according to the law, and that's not true to today's pop culture. It's just not true as far as indoctrination. And I'll close with that. And the last thing, right? And we can even see, right, when we talk about deadbeat dads and unfit fathers and unmarriageable men, what is an unmarriageable woman, right? Nobody knows.
Oh, I know.
I'm sure Candid Hill will know. She giving us all the pearls.
No, I'm sorry, my phone died, and it was just getting good too, and I'm
that damn Cricket Wireless. I'm sick of them. Go ahead.
I did hear that. No, because I'm doing errands and I got my Bluetooth in, and I didn't have my I'm doing chores and I didn't have my phone plugged up. But anyway, but it was getting good too. I'm sure your response was on point. I just heard the response that you did give. But what I wanted to say is that when I wanted to add to the conversation, it was not to debate, right? What I said was not to prove any points. Like there was no point that I was trying to prove, right? The entire conversation that we were having or that you guys were having, which I think is a great conversation about just some different aspects of the experience that you have when you're in these relationships, when you're in these marriages, when it comes to sex and different things like that. My point in stating the things that I said was just to maybe add further context or to give some more nuance or to add some additional contributing factors that may result in the fact that we may show up that way in relationships. It was not a one size fits all scenario to say every woman is like this or every man is like that. And it really wasn't a debate. So the thing is I, you know, like sometimes I just think these conversations go down the road. It's like you're trying to say women are this and you're but men are that, you know.
In my experience,
and it's like
just, my experience, just in my experience, because this is my second time, like, see, and again, just giving my opinion, and it's not fact.
Yeah.
The second, I feel when you come on, this is my second time hearing you.
Yeah.
I feel like the way you lead with the conversation, maybe that's how it comes off. Because like right now, you're giving more clarity to it.
Correct.
So I'm like, oh, okay. Versus after that lengthy acknowledgement of everything that could be factual or generalizing, then it's like, now you're gonna feel like a pushback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I took it.
No, and I can definitely respect that and understand that. And so think about it. I'm listening to you guys, right? Offer your perspective and your experience from your point of view. So all I was doing was adding mine, right? You know what I mean? So in that regard, to be like, oh, well, this may be some additional things to think about. This may be a blind spot that you may not see because you experience the world differently than I do, right? So these are some things that I've seen. And that's all. So like I say, I understand that it gets like that, but that's not my intention to be like, oh, you know, this is, you know, it regardless to what you're saying about Hot Girl Summer and Meg Thee Stallion, I mean, we've always had like Marilyn Monroe's and we've always had these different things, but you cannot say that there's not a difference in the way that sex is viewed for women versus the way that it's viewed for men. That does not mean that we are not in a hypersexual society in general right now, because we are. That doesn't mean that social media doesn't contribute to a lot of things, but you literally cannot say that men and women are socialized the same way when it comes to sex. And that's all I was saying, is that because I've seen it, like the way it shows up a lot of times is that you're way more likely to have women who are like, you know, just like to Black Man Unfiltered's point, when he's like, oh, well, you're married to someone and she doesn't even want to, you know, give you a blowjob or whatever. I know a lot of women who think that makes them, you know, a hoe, even if they're married, or, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, you know, so like, that's kind of what I was saying, is that there is an environment that socializes some women in that way. And so when they get in those marriages, if they've been treated, you know, talked to this way their entire lives, then it's difficult to get out of that when you get older and just because you're married. And that's all that I was trying to say. And that, like I said, that doesn't go for everybody, but it is a contributing factor.
But once again, let me just add to this. Once again, it's a fail.
Yeah,
it's a
like,
failure.
they're like, that's nasty. I know some women who think it's nasty to actually pleasure themselves. They're like, that's nasty.
Cannon, I know a female right now. I'm gonna let you go information, man. I know a female right now that when I go to these, man, if y'all was in the class, I could be in the class with Sir Hale, I couldn't be in there with information, man, because when I'm sitting there listening, because I'm helping at the church and I'm sitting there listening in these small groups, and I hear the women saying, I don't know what he want me to do. It makes me feel like a whore.
Yeah.
I got pushback, y'all.
To get my husband head. And I'm sitting over in the chair like this.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
I feel
bring back the snow bunnies, then bring back the snow bunnies.
now we're gonna really say this, y'all. We're gonna say, Black man, we gonna with this the sex toy industry being a multi-billion-dollar industry. We saying that women out here don't know what they
No, that's
You feel me, Black
Satin? What I'm saying is that women, you'll find women way more likely not to feel ashamed or to not want to sexually express, especially in front of other people.
When the rose came out,
that's a lie.
Listen, when that rose came out, there were women posting what they were getting ready to do with that rose. They were talking about they'd rather have a rose than a guy.
I'm not saying that there aren't women that exist that are sexually comfortable. That's not what I was saying.
That's why them ladies, mans are out in them streets cheating on them, because they don't want to express themselves.
Right.
I don't know where Cannon have been hanging out, but women they tell you straight up what they want. They let you know off the rip. I don't know.
I'm not
what
saying
girls
that
you
there
been
aren't
hanging out with,
women
baby.
who exist that are like that. But I guess my question is, if you won't even see that as possibly a contributing factor, then what are you like? Are you saying that the women who are with their hood, like they just don't want to have sex with them because
I see it.
The lady that I'm
that's
talking about,
not normal though.
She said her husband can get it anytime he wants. He can get the coochie, he can bend it over, slap it or whatever. She said, but when it comes time to oral sex, she say, you know, it is just nasty to her. It makes her feel, you know, she tried it one time, made her feel like a whore, and he can get anything else, but it ain't gonna be no head.
But that's the minority, Black man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like the small minority, bro.
Lift them up
and it has happened, Ken, because even in my experience and dating, I came across one woman. She said she was married to her husband. All he did was the same position. She said she don't even know how to kiss right, and it threw. You see how Hank face is? That threw me off to the point where I can't continue to invest myself in that relationship with her because that's just a lot to deal with. So I gave my advice.
That's nasty.
And they married?
That's nasty.
They was married for like over 10 years.
I would have got married too. I would have got married. There's no way I could have married her like that.
She said she didn't know how to kiss. All she just did was just bend over and he did his thing.
And that's the perfect situation where that man
also you have women lying on the Bible. You have women lying on the Bible, right? I'm telling you guys, listen, I wish I could record these people. I know it'd be going to be illegal. It's illegal. But there's women that are saying they lying on the Bible, and I call them out on it, you know, because, you know, I'm crazy as hell. And she said, the Bible says all these different positions hidden from the bag, the saddle, this stuff, it's just blasphemous.
Oh, that's another conversation.
That's a lie.
No, that lie she's on the Bible is blasphemous. I'm telling you,
that's a lie.
Baby, let's get to it.
And I heard that in 7th, 8th
grade. That's all the heat.
What you heard in 7th? What you heard, Angel?
Well, my teacher said that because what you say, he said when he was in college, women would do that. They'll do everything else but this, but that, because they felt like it's blasphemy in the Bible. They won't sleep with nobody.
Have you ever asked them to find the scripture where that's
reported? You know me. I'm not asking going through it. You do what you want to do.
It doesn't matter. If you socialize that way, I mean, there's a lot of quote unquote biblical traditions that have been passed down, and it's just became ingrained into our culture. Like, look, I understand that, you know, we obviously have a new generation of women, but all the women that she's been talking about, those are the women back in the day, back in the 80s, again, back in the 90s, college. I mean, information, man, we're the same age. So we knew
I got a little
Black girls were very different. If you wanted that, you know where to get it. And a lot of times it's not going to be from the Black point. Right. Let's not act ignorant that wasn't the case.
Now, that was going on heavily. I'm with you. But we're going like the 60s and 70s, that sexual revolution.
No, I'm talking about the 80s and 90s when we were in college. Oh. When we were in college, it wasn't that long. Like I said, all of what we're seeing now is the last 30 years.
Okay,
right. I hate to break this. They wasn't doing oral pleasure. That's what the sister said back in
the
day in the 90s.
I get with that.
I'm gonna do a census real quick on the panel because Freezy said there's men that don't give head too. Show of hands on the panel. Men ain't scared. Anybody on the panel that don't give head?
If you're real, I thank you. I thank you. Okay, I'm about to say.
Not at all, Poppy.
Only to my girl, my wife. That's it. My girl.
I said, what are you doing?
That's what we talk.
Because I don't.
Poppy, you are a member of the you are a member of the fraternity, man. You give head. That was you give fellatio to your woman.
Hey man,
right?
No,
it's called
no.
Fellatio.
It's being a cunning linguist,
right? So you may do it only to your wife or whoever your wife is to be.
Hey, honey,
but you still do it.
I should have to give you some.
That was the question.
Yeah, but like I said, I only did it to one woman. That's it. But
hey, brother,
people laugh
that's
at me.
fantastic.
People laugh at me. I'm like, hey, man, I don't.
Nah,
care.
because because you have a standard that you have developed for yourself, and you say, hey, I'm only going to do this for the woman that I'm going to give my life to, or give my love to on that level. Nothing wrong with that. But as men, I think every man should be skillful in that area. For a woman, to your woman.
No, I disagree. Because it's scary outside, bro.
No. I'm not saying. Now, I'm not saying you want to look up on every woman running around here. No. But I'm just saying that a man should, in that particular area, have some skills. That's what I mean. Don't get it twisted.
It's gonna make your job easier,
bro. I seen some shit.
I seen some skills. Do you have skills?
So, Kenan, do you have anything else?
No, that was it. That's all I wanted to add.
I'll send you an email tomorrow for Tuesday, okay?
Okay, yeah.
All right,
you all have a conversation.
All right.
Where you going? I was going to ask you a question, bro.
Oh God!
You have a question?
What's your question?
Yeah, is she gonna let her man cheat and piss?
I don't believe in
Can her man cheat and piss?
You don't have to cheat. Why cheat? I mean, if you really that
it's
dude,
hard out
what you
here.
cheating for? I mean, but okay, do you mean letting your partner knowingly have other partners or cheating? Because cheating to me is when you have like dishonesty and when you're sneaking around and all that. Like that's cheating to me. So are you saying what are you saying would I let my husband have another partner? Or are you saying
go back?
Am I gonna ignore him cheating?
No.
What I'm saying is, if this man is taking care of you, taking care of the home, doing everything right, everything put the check on the box. This man is not allowed to have a little fun once or twice per year out there. You know
are you saying would I be willing to only way, and my husband knows this, and this is why he won't agree to it. But the only way that we can have an open relationship is it has to work both ways, buddy.
Oh,
we're not actually the same way. We don't live by the same rules.
Are you open to that though? If your husband brings it to you, are
you know, I live by my rules. What did you say, Black Man?
Oh shit!
My rules.
Put that pineapple in front of the door.
No, because you said that we don't live by the same rules. Like I get to choose my. Like we don't live.
Like you married, but you're supposed to live by his rules.
Hill, one second. I have a question for you, Kenny Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, hurry up so we can get somebody
else. Am I correct? You said that you and your husband are partnerships. He's not the leader of your household. You're a partnership, correct? Do I have that right? Or do I have it wrong? Okay. Yeah. All right, there you go, gentlemen.
Pineapples and flamingos, baby.
Yeah, Hank.
Can I ask the sister a question?
Yeah.
I understand that you see that you and your husband have a partnership. I get what you're saying, but in general, I would like to know: do you or do you not believe that a man should be a head of his household? Because that has been universal through time immemorial, that men are supposed to be head of household. And I think that's what we do need, in my opinion, back in the Black community, is a strong patriarch of system. We need that back. That's one of the breakdowns, my sister. And I don't mean this in a disrespectful way towards you. That is one of the breakdowns in some of our communities, where you have the patriarch system that has been broken, because we know that young men as well as young ladies need, a strong male, proper male image, not only image, but an active Black men in the community, because it's already been proven that most young ladies, when they are raised by a strong father and mother, a balanced family, and that young lady is involved in activities, sports, whatever the activities are, there could be a potential for a decrease in that young lady having pregnancies that are unwanted and what have you. Hopefully, if you have a male figure in the male child's life, that could be an equalizer in some of the things that he might be lacking, right? So this is why, even though you have a 50-50, you could say the relationship is 50-50, I still hold that it is important for the man in that relationship, when it comes to a family and household, should be a leader of that household, especially when you have male children, because they need to see that type of image of what manhood and what a father should be leading his household. You need to have balance. The woman and the man bring different elements to the balance that you need in a relationship, and especially in a household when you have children. And I think we've gotten away from that, because we're letting this society that's becoming very freakish dictate who we are and what we should be in terms of the family functions.
You want to respond to that before you go back?
Yep. I think in order to thoroughly answer that, because that's a very nuanced question for me, and I don't think I would be able to parse it out, for you complete, because there's so much background that I would have to give, and
I get you.
So I'll try my best to answer it to the best of my ability. I think that sometimes when we have these words, or what I like to call buzzwords right now, like patriarchal and leader and head of household and all those other things, some of the things that I personally feel are associated with what that means, I don't agree that means what it means. Like what I hear a lot, and the reason why I push back on it is because I hear a lot of, this, like, basically it sounds like this person's supposed to boss you around, no.
I hear what you're saying. I know what you're saying. That's how it comes off to you.
Finish.
I get you. It would take a lot to give all the back. I'm not saying that that's what it is, But I'm saying a lot of times in the conversation, when you really get to asking, it's like, oh, because he has to do this, or he has to tell you, it's like that. And that's what I push back on, right? So that's why those words like, oh, the head of house, because we don't engage in our relationship in that way, right? But as far as having like a strong male presence and all of those things, I absolutely 1,000% agree with that. But that's why I think that the baseline of any relationship begins with respect, and that's respect for both people, right? And it's not just because I hate a lot of the conversation goes like men are the ones who need respect and women need something else. It's like, no, both people need respect, right? So the thing is that in our communities, we always have been, especially since we've been here. We were both slaves. We were both all of these things. We both have been partners. We've had to partner in order to survive. Like we literally had to do that. And our communities were more communal, way more communal. Like we had bigger extended families that helped us raise our children and raise our families. That's actually what I think harmed us the most, is that we have gotten away from that and have gotten more individualistic, and we're trying to do things on our own. And that's what doesn't work. Like that one man, one woman, picket fence, dog. That's a very recent invention. Like extended families are the ones that really help the most,
right?
Because you have
not
those
nuclear families.
Yeah, you have those community things and stuff like that. So I think that from the perspective of saying like, is your man the leader in the house? I respect him, right? And I respect his decision making, and I respect his but he respects me too. So
can I ask one question here?
Yeah.
This just one, like really just so you guys, and this is just a question. So you guys are married, you have children?
Yes.
If an intruder comes into your home, who gets up to go and protect the family?
Ooh.
He would be expected to do that.
So
because he is
going forward, he is the leader of the home. The person who puts their life, the person who puts their life on the line is the leader. So respect that.
Thank you, Sir Hale.
But I would also, but this is my only pushback on that. Well,
ma'am,
I'm not even
listen, I'm all for pushback, but at this point, this is what we call checkmate. He is the leader. You should respect him as such.
But I guess my question for you is, what does that mean in practice when you say like I should respect him as a leader? If I say that
not
we're
as
more
a
of
leader,
partnership,
as the leader.
Hold on one second, let me finish. If I say it's more of a partnership, what do you feel that would take away from respecting him as a leader if I say it's a partnership?
Let's go back to my example. Unless we are both going out to fight the imminent danger and put our lives on the line, that's really ain't no partnership. That's just a cute word for this modern culture we live in. Everybody wants this perceived grandeur of leadership without the responsibility that includes your life. The reason why men are leaders, this is not glamorous. This is deadly. And men who understand marriage and family understand the reason why we get to be called leaders is because we get the glory, but we get the grief as well. So unless
I heard you tell me why he should be called a leader, right? But I guess what I'm asking is when I say partnership, right, in your ears, what do you feel like he's not getting in a partnership that he should get as a leader? Is what I'm saying.
So let's go back to the example.
Yeah.
Like whoever is responsible for making sure those critical things are taken care of, that person is the leader. Whoever that stress falls on. This is not really about what he's getting. We're not, because that's
what made you popular.
Yeah, this
that
is
type of talk right there.
This is about what he's giving, and when
Courtney.
Yeah, and when
Courtney. Like that's the thing that really had most of us like, oh man, this is different.
Hey, I see
right? One thing I'm not sure if you know. I don't know what conversations you've had in your real life, right?
Hey, can you mute him?
But one thing that you may not know is that a lot of us are first.
Yo, this is not Fight Club for real, bro.
In today's time, was willing to speak.
Back up. Thank you. He's on another He's on Fight Club right now.
And roast him after this is done.
Right, he's on Fight Club right now.
He's on another channel right now.
Yeah, he's on Fight Club talking to B and Courtney.
Kick him out. How you trying to multitest like that, bro? That's like
all right, go ahead.
Whole new level.
So Cannon, basically, like if I was petty, if I was married to Cannon, she ain't came up tonight, but she don't want to show people how pretty she is. But if I was married to Cannon and somebody started shooting in the house, I would look at you and be like, go ahead. I'm tired.
We're partners.
Yeah, we're partners.
We just gonna go down here and jump them together. Don't worry about the kids. Me and you going downstairs together.
But I think, but the thing is that I wasn't gonna. Okay, I
would he agree to? Would he agree that this is a partnership?
I was gonna let that ride, but since y'all want to keep driving it home, I'm gonna go ahead and give my pushback on that. The thing is that
we love you, Kenny. Come on.
Number one, first of all, I think if there is some type of dangerous situation that happens in the household, then I think that people are going to generally do whatever makes the most sense to try to protect their household, regardless of what that is. Like, if I'm downstairs and I'm by a bat or something and somebody comes in, I'm not gonna run upstairs or wait for my hood, like come down and get like, no, that's not gonna happen. The other part is that nobody knows. None of you right now, unless you are specially tactically trained in combat, know how you will react in a high stress situation. There is fight. Hold on, let me finish. There is fight, flight, or flee or freeze. So you don't even know how you will respond from you to be like, oh, you have to be a leader just in case somebody breaks in the house. The third part is we keep talking about these strangers breaking in the house. When if you really want to be, clear with it, when people are harmed, they are way more likely to be harmed by people who are
still going to jump instinctively.
Why y'all won't let me finish?
Oh, let her finish.
Why y'all won't let me finish?
Man, this is the barbershop. This is the barbershop, man. We'll be more civil on Tuesday.
I'm with you, man.
Let's talk about the actual likelihood. Hold on. Let's talk about the actual likelihood.
Ma'am, this is the barbershop. This is the gentleman's turn.
No, Kenny. So listen. Hold on. We inside. Hold on.
Let me just say this. We'll let you finish, but still, let's be cooperative.
I refuse to let this blasphemy continue being signed. Speak for yourself.
I'm trying to get my holy water right now.
You know what to do. I was respectful and I listened to your points and I let you finish.
Kenny, you just came in a sundress in the barbershop, dropped your kids off on the way out.
Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to leave peacefully, but y'all kept trying to, beat a damn
in the barbershop, men have the right of way.
I think. I want to ask her a very logical question. Going back to what Sir Hale said, is it perceived? I just want to drop. Let me drop this on her, please.
Well, right? I just would say, let's have common courtesy for one another. That's all I'm saying. So let her finish, and then I'll ask my question. Then you can ask yours.
I just want to put this. This is important. It is perceived in our society.
Is also important, right? But
go ahead. Go ahead, man. Just go ahead. It's not that. Just go ahead. We'll let the sister speak.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. I know we got all riled up for a minute.
I'm not riled up at all. I'm not riled up.
My apologies. But
I'm not arguing with women. It's not.
But my last point only thing that I wanted to say is that in regards to that, the likelihood of someone actually coming into your home while you're there is very low. The likelihood of actually being harmed by a stranger is very low. It is way more likely when people are harmed that they are harmed by someone close to them.
Yeah, I got next. I swear I got next. Please
no,
continue, ma'am.
No, I got next. No. I got next.
Paper. I got next.
No, I called it, bro.
The thing is that when I
big bro.
hear
My
the
bad,
conversation, and again, that is usually the sticking point that is used to be like, well, this is why the name needs to be leader, because if someone breaks in, that's the only thing that I hear. If there's other things that you bring, then that's fine. But that's literally the only thing that I hear. And if that's the only thing, what I'm saying is that is such a minute, probably the likelihood of that ever happening is so low. You're way more likely to be harmed by someone who's close to you. So why is that a sticking point to be like, well, this is why? Because if someone ever just by chance breaks into the house, then I'm probably gonna go run to it. And then on top of that, like I said, you don't even know if you will. You might freeze in a high stress situation. You don't even know.
Let you get a flat tire. I bet you call you ain't changing yourself.
No, I have to call AAA because
he can't change the tire. Okay, but you got a strap on.
I would like to
strap on. I know.
We ain't signing. All right, go.
I got next.
I'm just gonna make 3 quick points. So first and foremost, right? you need to be a little bit more considerate when you're speaking to men and talking about what we have and don't have. Most of the gentlemen here have grew up in the hood, so at the very least, we know how to slap box. So we know how to throw those hands. Another 2 men on this panel are military trained, and also when it comes to decorum, this is barbershop, okay? So men have the right of way, right? Women in an all-male thing cannot say I'm talking, right? You need to concede as a woman, because men have the right of way today. This is etiquette, right? I'm just like when on female panels, right? When you guys say I'm not done, every male caller that comes up will say, I'm sorry, your turn, right? This is just mutual etiquette, right? This is just mutual etiquette. And lastly, my question to you, because I'm not throwing shade at you. I have no shade for you whatsoever. What you do with your husband is your business. I don't care if y'all 50-50, none of my business. Right? I'm in another fucking continent. So my last question is this: would you sign a bill would you support a bill that says all men before they sign a birth certificate, they must get a DNA test of their child? And I'll rest with that.
Yeah, I don't care about that. They can get a DNA test.
Okay, information, man.
Well,
I'm sorry, sir. If it was information, man, sir, here, I'm sorry.
Well, no, what I'll do is I'll reserve the right to give Sir Hill the time that I was going to get. So go ahead, brother.
The information man is a good brother. This is a good brother, right? This is a simple question, because you said something about, what's the likelihood of danger happening? What's the likelihood of this? Fellas, if you got a girl, a wife, or children, how often are you scanning for danger when you're out with them?
Every day, all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
I know.
Especially if
Hello, Miss Cannon. The reason I brought that up is because you get a chance to not worry about that, because men take on that pressure.
Yes, sir.
Men are the leaders.
Yes, sir.
I don't get a chance to not worry about that, though. That's what I mean. In practice, what I'm saying is, in theory, the way you just said that sounds wonderful, but in practice, I grew up on the south side of Chicago. That is not my experience.
I grew up down the street on Halsted in Chicago Heights, Illinois. I know what I'm talking. I know.
I'm raised up in Newark, New Jersey, Essex County, all over back and forth. What are we talking about?
Inglewood. What I'm talking about.
My first trip was in Inglewood for a whole month with a girlfriend I was dating. She was bougie as fuck. What are we talking about?
What I'm talking about is that I didn't have the privilege to just walk around blindly, not paying attention to my surroundings.
Until you got a man.
No, what?
For the most part, let me be real with you for a second. For the most part, women, even in bad neighborhoods, dudes who live by a code, you don't mess with women and kids. Now, you got some of these newer age people who do stuff. We ain't talking about them, but for the most part, there's a code of conduct. You don't mess with women and children. So even though you felt unsafe, you were a lot more protected than a lot of the brothers who were walking in that same community.
Yeah, men are way more likely to be harmed by strangers, violence from strangers. Women are a lot more likely to be harmed by people who are close to them.
But this is the problem.
The reality. So I agree.
This is a problem.
Stand down, baby. Chat. Stand down.
So this is a problem. It's a problem that women want the praise of the leader, but not the responsibility of the leader. I see. It's crazy that I hear this, and every time this word partnership comes up, they want the respect. They want everything that comes on the front end, but on the back end, they don't want none of that. It's the man's responsibility, but he don't get that level of respect that he is leading the household and he got the final say so. And I'm telling you that it is a problem. It's a problem because when it comes down to the front end, I want to be equal. On the back end, you need to go downstairs and you need to lose your life. And I love the question that Sir Hill asked, because it shows that he got the sacrifice on the back end, and you are willing to take all the credit on the front end, and that is horrible.
What am I taking credit for?
Hey, man, it's not a problem for her because she's good with it. She's good with it. Ain't a problem for her.
What am I taking credit for, though?
It's a problem for him.
I want to have
that's what you have a problem is a husband.
I really want to understand.
See, ma'am, you don't understand how it's coming off, and we're telling you how it's coming off. You don't mean any harm, and we know that.
Yeah.
But we're telling how it's really coming off. Like, if your husband was on here, would he have the exact same perspective that you have?
Nope. Yes. Nope, because she's there. He's there. He won't do it, bro. He won't do it. He won't do it. He took that blue pill a long time ago. I put half my life on that. He won't do it. Half my life on that. He won't do it.
Whatever. Don't be trying to talk about my husband. My husband.
Half his
life. We're not talking about him.
I'm not talking about him.
Talking about him.
Yeah, she got that strap on for her man. I know that's right.
Don't be talking about my husband, okay?
And the fact that you laughed, I'm done.
What'd you say?
Yeah, she got that strap on.
This is not
She get out of line.
All I have to say to you gentlemen is that my husband is very happy and has
I know that's
no
right.
complaints.
Hold on. Here's the thing, Cannon. You think he's happy. You think he's happy.
No,
do you know it?
Yeah,
Do you know
I
it?
know it. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Is working to
Yeah,
get you
when
happy.
you know, you know.
Let this one go. It's done. It's done. It's done.
That's what I was saying. That's kind of one of the things that triggered me to come up when you guys were having the conversation about the women withholding sex from their husbands and stuff like that. Like that's actually one of the things that triggered me to come up.
But make sure,
no,
but the real talk
never.
though, just make sure you're actually listening. Not just you, but make sure people actually listen, because I had an issue with that with one woman, because she will literally lock on to one particular person, only the word, but they wasn't listening to the message. So not just you, but I would ask this for women, period. Especially the fact that Black Men Unfiltered have a men's panel, aka the barbershop, back to like what We Ain't Sound says, etiquette. This platform, we do come first, respectfully. If he's bringing you on, yes, you can have the conversation, you can have the talk, but at the end of the day, we're not married to you. We're not trying to smash you. We're not trying to get with you. So let's have the respect for this quorum. Do your bit. Step out and let another a woman, if she wants to, chime on in.
But then before she goes,
Hold on, wait a minute. No,
let me ask a question, Miss Hill.
Miss Hill. You guys.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just again. I'm saying in general. In general.
Angela, hold on. Angela,
have I overstayed my welcome?
No. Cannon, listen. Cannon, listen. I want you to hear this. We care about you, and we're going to exercise this demon out of you of modernism. Respect that man as the leader of, and I'm telling you, I'm being facetious, but I'm being serious. Whether he tells you this, whether he tells you this or not, whenever you talk about your man to the public, you speak about him in the highest esteem, highest regard. Now, what you do in private was what you do, but the way you talk about your man is how the world sees him. I'm just telling that as a brother. I don't know you, but I'm telling you, speak about him in the highest regard, because how you portray him is how people see him. A wife has an impact on how a man is perceived.
Because the thing is,
I got a question for Miss Hill. Miss Hill. So my question to you is: so when you say partnership, are you saying that y'all like split the bills 50-50? You paying half of the bills, he paying half of the bills?
No, we don't even do like that's kind of what I mean. Like, no, we don't do like 50-50. Like it's 100. Like there's
Who paid the
like
most?
No, I'm saying when it comes down to
who paid the most?
who paid the most in the bill?
When it comes down to it, literally everything that we have is one pot, right? And everything gets taken care of. So it's not like where it's literally sitting there nickel and dime and like, oh, you paid this and I paid that. Like that's silly to me.
I get that, but the question is, who is bringing the finances that goes towards bills?
Well, right now, currently, he brings in most of the finances.
Ma'am, if you don't go and make that man a sandwich and show some respect.
I make my husband sandwiches all the time. What's the problem? That's what I mean. Like I don't.
Let
me just tell y'all this. Y'all get a lot more bees with honey than vinegar.
Ma'am, this is important what I have to tell you, honestly. Because what Sir Hill said was profound. Here's the thing. By saying that you and your husband are in a partnership, you have no idea how weak you made him look. You have no idea the damage that you have done by saying that. The way we look at him, he's a pushover.
Yeah, I think that in this space, I do agree with that. But that's what
that's men. Period. It's not. This is period. That's men. Period.
That's what I mean about these terms that we're using, right?
Stop using terms like partnership.
Is that the perception?
You should stop using terms like partnership, because it does make him look pathetically weak.
We both use that term. So we're okay with it.
He uses it in front of you. Using it, but in public, around other people, you say he's the leader. That's what Sir Hills is trying to get you to understand about showing the proper respect. Make according to the rest of the world. Now, in your house, you could be in charge of everything, but in the public, he is king. That's
No,
what you
no,
say.
no, no.
He's
Mandrell,
king anyway.
he
What do
is
you
what you
mean?
say. He
No,
is.
and not when you're in a
I think-
partnership. Kings don't have a partner.
This is.
Yeah,
I
what I
just.
mean
If you
is that
speak
we're
like
in
this
a
in public,
partnership as far
imagine
as
what it's like in private. She is what she is. That's her partner. We got to accept that. She ain't gonna change.
Thank you,
Hey,
Hank.
be
There you
Lord.
go,
Be,
right?
you and
So guys, let's
you
get
and your
information
husband,
man in here.
y'all
Let's
be
get
blessed.
information man in here.
Good
Information.
yeah,
luck with
let
y'all
me
relationship.
because you know the gray pill made me feel because he's like you taking up all the time and I was like okay
Man,
let me
you're not
talk.
getting it. No, forget what he said, man. You're not
You
wiggling out
ain't
of this. We
entertaining
need you
me,
up
man.
here.
Don't worry about it. You entertaining me.
And still not listening, but that's okay though. God bless you.
Okay, but yeah, I'll hop off it and anytime, and I never want to take up too much time. But thank you all for having me on.
Watch this, Cannon. Watch this, Cannon. This is what we're gonna say to you, right?
What?
Thank you for being a friend.
All right.
Go ahead,
You'll
brother.
put your application in for the future
No,
Golden Girl.
I just wanted to say to the sister respectfully, but she just dropped off. This has been my experience. When you look at other ethnic groups, I've never heard other ethnic groups refer to the men in their family structures that I've heard, that I've been around, call their husbands a partnership. In other cultures, because of the way they've been raised, women automatically see their head of household, the man, their husband, as the leader, because that is important to project leadership, especially when you have male children and you have female children, because females learn how to respect men and respect their men in their life based on how they see how their mother treats their father and how they honor the father and see him as a leader. This is all learned behavior. And so I think that's one of the things we have as a big problem in some black communities, where sometimes our women see us as this 50. There is no 50-50 partnership. That's a illusion, because men, and black men in particular in the black community, we are the ones who mainly go to war and fight. I've never heard a black man who got attacked in the streets say, "Where's my female protection?" It is normally women who say, "Where is my male protection?" Excuse me.
Jada.
Where is black male protection when I need it? I almost feel like sometimes some ladies treat us as if we are utility belts. When they need us to be brave, now they say, where's black men when I got attacked? And then when they don't need us for anything else, then they say, well, I don't need a man, or I don't need this, I'm independent, blah, blah, blah. It seems like black men are just used as utility. When we need you, we'll call on you. When we don't need you, just stay your ass over there. And that's how it feels. And it's right. It's her relationship. Whatever they're doing privately is their business. But I agree with Sir Hill. We should not, especially with black men in this society and how we went from being called boys. Remember that? They called us boys and not men in this society. We need our women to put us in the same spot as leads of put us in that same spotlight as other women put their men. Very importantly, black women talk about black girl magic, and they want us to celebrate them, recognize them. They should do the same in return when it comes to us in a marriage that is ultimately at a high level. So I think language is everything. And I think the sister should consider that, because this whole notion that it's a partnership is not true, because when we go through divorce, guess what? It ain't no 50-50. Sometimes the woman will get the majority in the divorce. So it really isn't a partnership. And the states that you sign a contract when you get married, you're actually going into a contract. Okay? So you've allowed the state, the government involved in your marriage. So it's not no 50-50.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy information? I'm gonna say this, bro, real quick. You know what's crazy? The whole time she was talking, right now, fellas, the ones who was betting the dating game, listen to how the pattern of the conversation is going. It was like attention. I'm gonna stay longer. but you're married. Why are you giving so much of your free time long stroking a point on a panel? You're married. We had a married woman on here, right? But guess what she did first? She made sure her husband was taken care of first, then moved on. Now, I could be assuming, and I apologize if I am, but the way the conversation going is, you got more things going on in your life, like you're multitasking. Hey, the phone charging, I'm trying to do laundry, I'm trying to do this. Take care of home, your husband, your home. Let's all pray together on God and then move forward. Then if you got some time for the panel, do the panel.
I've been on YouTube for a long time, and I've always in the back of my mind when you have, and I'm not saying the sister that was on the panel per se, but I notice on YouTube, you'll have women who sometimes claim that they're married, but they'll be on panels with men late into the wee hours. And I'm saying to myself, if you're really married, what man would feel comfortable with his wife being on panels late into the night, debating with men back and forth? Doesn't make any sense to me. It makes me wonder, are they really married or are they separated? What's really going on?
One who has a partner. That's the type of one.
And I'm not saying her, but I'm just saying that's what I've seen in general on YouTube.
A lot.
Yeah, can I speak to this real quick? And I want to say this because you guys know I'm a relationship advocate and a male advocate. Lady, to the sister who's listening, because from what I see, she's probably hearing something this raw for the first time in her life by this many people.
Good.
And so part of her probably stayed because she needs to hear this. Lady, I want you to hear me. If you're watching this, if you got a man who is taking care of the lion's share of the bills, who is a protector and a provider.
Sir Hill.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Go ahead, Sir Hill. Preach, sir.
Yeah. So Ken Hill, yes, it is. Because if you don't take care of that man, he's going to be back on the market. So
go to her previous comment.
Yeah, and then I'm being real with you right now. Men who are good men, there's a shortage of those. And when you make a man look bad, there is some sister who's going to probably see this. You better pray to God he don't see this and none of the other women in his life. Because to make him look weak, and you got a group of strong men who come from diverse backgrounds who all share a perspective. There is a woman who could, we were talking about the conversation in the beginning about what that does. It leaves a gap. If he's taking care of stuff, and if you didn't know this, we're not trying to put you down, but this is one of the things men suffer from. Their wives making them feel and look small, and they have no idea what they're doing, and they're cackling and laughing, thinking that it's a joke. All the while, your man is cringing on the inside, want to pop off at you, but giving you the benefit of the doubt because he don't want you to feel as low as you make him feel. So apologize to that man, make him feel good, and you ought to apologize to him tonight,
bro.
I want to ask something if I could, real quick.
Go ahead.
She responded, guys.
I want to ask something real quick because in the beginning, I literally have a family full of men. It's not my first time hearing any of this. Y'all are making many so biased assumptions, but I heard you, gentlemen. I literally don't have to grace this. Yes, you're correct. Fine, don't grace it. But the point I want to make is the interaction. Right? Today is the men's time, and you can just see the level of mutual respect that women exert to a bunch of successful, highly educated. Every black man on here is middle class or better. Every black man on here is educated. Every black man has their shit together, except the dude who sleeps with single moms. I
feel like that's jabbing me on that one. But
Poppy's my guy.
Oh, I thought it was jabbing me too.
Poppy, right? Including Poppy, man. Poppy is a good dude, man.
I'm confused now. Like, should I be mad, happy, or laughing with Poppy? Not laughing with Poppy? Because I thought it was jabbing me too. Poppy, should we both fuck him up? Like, I don't know what's going on right now.
I'm just busting his balls. He's my dude. He's my dude. No, man, he's my dude. But the point is, it's just that the level of respect and courtesy. You know what I mean? Like when you're in a group of men and telling men to say, wait, I'm not done. No, it doesn't work that way. When men are talking, you need to respect that and let them go. And the same thing, right? Regardless of how you personally feel, you are a representation of your husband. Every married man, their wife is a representation of them. And how she conducts herself is how other men and women will treat your husband. So Sir Hell is 1,000% on the money with that. I hope we can do better as a Black community, and we need to really start working on how to interact and talk to one another. And last point I'm going to make. And see, this was real leadership, right? None of the men attacked her. None of the men called her out her name. We gave her guidance, right? Because not only are you a leader, not only is a leader responsibility, but it's also to educate and guide her. Sir Hell gave her something that she can work on. I gave her something that she can work on. Information Man gave her something to work on. Same with Gray Pill, right? Because that's also about leadership, right? Teaching them what they need to know so that they can become a better person. And yes, that is what a man does in his relationship. He guides and educates his woman.
So what I want to do is I kind of want to remove it from her, but I want to make a point, right? So I'm removing this from her, but this is really important because I talk to a lot of Black men that really go out and they're trying to accomplish the world. And Black men could be Superman. They could be Superman in their family, and they still don't get the credit of being a superhero, and
Exactly.
or getting the credit of being the leader. And it's so important, especially if you got a man. I'm not talking about the men out there that's not doing what they're supposed to do, but when you got a man that's taking care of the bills, he's respecting you, he's doing all that thing. I feel like the least women can do is say, "Hey, man, this is the leader. He is the guy that is actually doing what he's supposed to do to take care of this family." But to be able to say, "Nah, we on the same level. What he do is equal to what I do," regardless of the impact that he have on his family. I feel like women got to understand that's the disrespect part that we're talking about tonight. And like I said, I'm removing that from her just in general. If you got a good man doing this thing, call him a leader, suck his dick, make him a sandwich, because those things are very important if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, in my opinion.
We literally just had a woman on Poppy Blanco's channel said everything you just said, E-Man.
Trying to read the message.
She said, "I do everything for him because I realize," and she even pays for trips, pays for drinks, pays for food. She's like, "Because I know the value my man has, and the fact that I don't want to lose that, I'm gonna do all I can, just like he's gonna do all he can. So even out in public, that's my king, that's my man. Everything come out of his voice, out of her mouth, is him comes first."
We ain't signed. That's for you.
But you got to look at it like this.
I'm sorry,
Us men, we're looking at that guy, the guy at Home Depot, the Mexican dude at Home Depot who don't even have a job, and he is the leader of his family. The guy who go out and cut grass for $5 an hour.
And you know what, man, you own to something.
Yo,
I heard somebody say
I
that
just
before.
wrote that in the
It's
chat,
amazing
bro.
that a Black man that's making under $50,000 a year go home and he ain't shit because he don't make enough. But a Mexican man that stands in front, a Hispanic man that stands in front of Home Depot and go put up 3 ceiling fans can go home and be a king. That's a man. Listen,
that I live in California. I've seen plenty of individuals like just what you just said.
Yeah.
That they go out and do construction work, clean, whatever kind of work they get. And when they go home, their women don't talk about no partnership. Their women see them as the leaders, and they could be doing blue collar jobs, construction, whatever, janitorial jobs. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if there's something, I hate to say this, I don't know if there's something broken in our culture as of it is today, because I just see too many of our people not giving value to what we do, especially for us as men. And then I look at other cultures and I just don't hear their women putting the value on their men.
Go back.
You know why? I'll tell you why I can say this. I live in California and I've been around a lot of different, I'm around a lot of different ethnic groups, around Filipinos, I'm around a lot of people, and I hear their conversations.
Just one second,
and I hear how they talk about their husbands.
Right, exactly.
And I hear guys of these other ethnic backgrounds, and I hear how they talk about their wives, and how you hear the little conversation when you ear hustle on the things that they're talking about, right? And I kind of wish that in our culture we could bring some of that back.
But let me ask you this.
Hold on, let's go back just 1 second.
Hold on, baby Jack. Hold on, baby Jack. I got you. Hold on, baby Jack.
I'll save it for you, E-Man. I saved it for you.
Oh my God.
The question is that on her? Or is that our fault as men for accepting that bullshit from your wife?
Well, it would be our fault if we accepted, brother. You're right.
True.
It's your fault.
You know, you can't
do
that. I mean, some conversation has to be had, man. I don't know. The conversation should have had with him. Now, if he accepts it, then that's on him.
Yep.
I feel bad for the man, but that's on him.
Yep.
That's what I always
Go ahead,
blame
baby
men.
Tank. I know you
What's
want to
going
say
on, bro?
Let's go back to this comment because this is crazy. This is crazy. We're talking about a man who go out and he conquered the world, and women have a problem doing these 3 things. The things that you was designed to do. You was designed to do these 3 things. And if you want to act,
you're misogynist. That's why you're misogynist. They're gonna call you.
Well, I don't care about that. What I'm saying is this right here is it doesn't matter how great we become. It's almost a point that women still make statements that we don't deserve this. That shows you the value that they see us. That shows the value because we're not talking about no Pookie or Ray Way. We're talking about a person who's on his purpose and doing what he's supposed to do, and they got a problem with doing that. Good Lord.
So you're talking about this would be a man that's productive, pays his bills, treats his woman with respect, right? Takes care of his household, gives the woman protection, right? All the things that women are asking for. So if a man is providing that, then it should, in my estimate, if a man's providing those basic things that a woman is asking for, then I don't think it's too much to ask for that woman to provide those things that men are asking for, right? Because women will certainly tell us when they're not happy with what we're not doing for them.
Instantly.
And they'll go gossip with their girlfriends in the beauty shop about what we're not doing for them.
Instantly.
And guess what? Well, it ain't all women, guys. It's not all women because Dorian came right behind that comment and said this.
But it does raise a point. Again, we ain't signing. You were talking about how women are so liberated, but again, there's some women out there who said that first part of what she said is still by a lot of women considered to be a degrading act. So not every woman is on this thing that they're so sexually liberated that they think that's just something you just do normally. So
well, we need to make it normal. Let's make it normal. Tonight we're gonna
look, I agree. I'm just saying, but that point right there, you have a lot of women who would say that first. I don't want to repeat it, but that first act is still something that's degrading somehow to do. So who put that in her mind that something like that is something that is demeaning or degrading?
That's a real thing.
And a lot of those same women wouldn't have a problem if the guy reciprocates on her and does the same thing. So
right. And there are women out there who will not be happy with men who are not willing to give them fellatio, right? There are women that will tell a man
cunning linguist.
Right. There are women that will certainly, there are women out there that will certainly say, if you can't put it down, if you can't handle yourself in the bedroom with them, they're going to have to let you go. They have requirements too. Let's not act like women don't have their sexual requirements too. And if we don't fulfill them, they'll replace our black you-know-whats.
Yeah, but
it has happened.
That's why
I disagree with Emmanuel a little bit because a woman doesn't, if she doesn't want to do it,
Steve Bryant, Black Man,
she doesn't have to do it, right?
Pull up Vaughn.
She doesn't owe me sex, right? She doesn't owe me a coming linguistic as Paul.
Yes, she do. My wife. Oh, yeah, no, that's crazy.
Cunning linguistics.
Her reasonable service is to give you children. Now, if she doesn't want to do that and you need that, then you need to decide if you want to stay with her or move on. Right?
We can't say that we ain't signing from a belief standpoint. We can't say that we ain't signing because E-Man is a Christian, and the Bible says, "Woman, your body belongs to your husband. Husband, your body belongs to your wife. Do not deprive each other from their sexual desires, unless you both agree." He said, "Now, unless you both agree, and as soon as you get through praying or get back to sex to prevent what." Temptation
from the devil.
Right.
Here's the thing. Wait, man. Wait, give me a second, man.
I mean, that's from a Christian standpoint. Like, not everyone. Well, no, what? Let me not do the thing I hate. Let me not do the thing.
You know what? Let me make this point. All right, let me make this point. Hold on, fella.
Yeah, E-Man been trying to go for a while. He been trying to go for a while.
And I haven't.
Man, Joe, E-Man been trying to go for a while, bro.
E-Man got that Fight Club.
10 minutes.
E-Man got that Fight Club blood in
Sir
him.
Hill. Now, as I was saying, before I was so rude,
we want to hear from E-Man. He's got a point.
Over there, the dark one.
We want to hear from men who have women. So E-Man, please, please continue.
Not yet.
You're gonna get it. I told you, man. You keep on playing.
You don't want to do it, Sir Hill.
It's the barbershop, baby.
Sir Hill, you don't want to do that.
Oh, I do want to do it. Trust me, I want to do this.
Anyway, I'll make you cry. Okay. Now listen, as I was saying,
you gonna make us cry by taking that hat off.
So rudely interrupted. Okay. Now, what I'm saying is, bottom line, fellas. I mean, you can argue back, you can argue back and forth, but the bottom line is, we're not good enough for them. That's what's in their mind, and they're socially conditioned to believe this from a very young age. We have to do all the things we're supposed to do, and they do what they want to do. That's the long and short of it. That's what it is. And the thing is, it's not. You don't even have to convince them of it. Just listen to the conversation the woman had tonight, and any other panel the women are on. They're all singing the same song, and then we ask them to do what they're supposed to do. Excuse after excuse.
Come on, Jenny.
Excuse after excuse after excuse. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, well, black women have been through a lot of trauma. Black women have been through a lot of trauma. There's always cop-outs, always an excuse. And for the record, it's called cunnilingus when a man does it, and fellatio when a woman does it. Just like it's called psoriasis in men and nymphomania in women.
Okay.
Nymphomania to the bottom man is psoriasis.
Man, it's called
cunnilingus is when a man does it.
Jenny said you got to pay that price to get that ice. Come on, bars.
Thank you, Jenny.
I want to respond.
I told you, Jenny Marina is the perfect woman.
You go ahead, Admin.
So I want to respond to
put your bed in, man, Dre.
So
she married.
This right here is crazy. That we are expected. We expect to be in a monogamous relationship with one woman for the rest of our life. With one woman, and she ain't supposed to give us sex. That's an option. And he tried to say the only thing we supposed to get out of this thing is babies. This is crazy. This is the mindset that we have been painting. That, hey, you can't leave this woman because we say, hey, you can't leave the woman, and she got the right not to give you nothing. So you're supposed to be miserable for the rest of your life. No, that's crazy.
That's some truth to that.
We let you finish, Mandrell. Let me finish. Let me finish. What I'm saying is this right here.
The crazy part is, I agree with you, man.
I have an obligation. I have an obligation to my wife, and my wife have obligations to me. This is and unmarried men keep running their mouth talking about what it's supposed to be, and obviously they can't get it right because that's why they ass still single. I'm telling you from a married man point of view that I have a responsibility, she have a responsibility, and sex is an important part of that. We can't just take that off.
That's fact.
I still got to protect you. Now come on, that's crazy.
That's the same exact thing I said earlier tonight.
Let me clarify something.
I agree with
you. I'm not saying you should not have sex. I'm saying she doesn't owe you. And if you, and I never said if she doesn't give it to you, stay with her. I said divorce her or get your concubine. That is what concubines are for.
There you go.
Right? Now I can afford a concubine, so it don't make me no never mind.
See, we ain't trying to. I think here's what it is.
Buying them hoes, man.
Yeah, I'm saying. I think what the disconnect from you is you're telling us in America that something that's not pretty much practiced or acceptable, that it's okay. I think that's what a disconnect is.
Yeah, you telling us to break the law. You telling us to go break the law.
What do you mean break the law? You can have concubines. It doesn't break the law.
Here in America?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
okay,
All right.
here's okay.
Yeah, in America, it's called tricking.
People do it all the time. Sir Hill?
Yeah, the fuck?
You can get divorced over that. So like, come on, that's not commonly practiced, guys.
Doing it. No,
but guys, it's not commonly practiced.
Look, man,
whatever.
Hold on. Did y'all hear what he's saying? He's saying you get this woman, you put her up, you take care of her, and you only see her on the weekends. Man, hell no! What the hell you need that for?
Well, you know,
that's a whole nother job. We already stressed out.
Man, I don't want a second woman. I just want to.
And gas high as shit.
Y'all didn't hear hate.
This is why I said every man need a side piece. This is why. This is exactly why, man. One woman won't do, the next one will do it. It's that simple.
So you said there's not a woman out there that you said that there are not women out there right now that are looking to get married that has a total package that will do everything?
No, 80% max. 80% max. No one can give you 100%. No one can give you 100%.
The point that I'm making is sex was only designed for marriage. Like sex was literally only designed for marriage. So when we
that is not true. That is not stop. That's not true.
Yes. No, sex was designed for marriage.
In 2022, bro, come on, bro. I don't know where you live.
Here's what. Well, hold on. Here's why. Sex existed before religion. Okay, and we got the whole thing with marriage from religion, but there was sex before that, long before that, eons of time before religion ever showed its ugly face.
If Saturn was having sex with Pluto,
you know what I'm saying? Sex was here way before religion, and marriage is
right. What's the oldest profession? Prostitution, right? It's the oldest profession in the world.
And prostitution existed before the Bible.
Hold on, guys. Big Bad Bull, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. We do need a break right now, man. And I'm gonna give y'all one leg run. I'm gonna give y'all running.
Yeah. So this is the thing. People that don't. People that don't.
You even taller than Mandrell on one.
What now? What you say?
I want to put this out there.
I'm cool, she's Mandrell. Much love, my brother.
It's nothing older than God. It's nothing because we keep saying that. This stuff
you don't even know if God exists, so stop. Bring the religion out of it. Get the religion out of it. Just bring the religion conversation.
Okay, y'all, come on now. We was in a puddle of mud, and all of a sudden we got together.
Right. There's no proof that God exists. So proof for religion.
We was in a puddle of mud.
Shout out to that.
Stop playing.
No, I'm not saying. If he wants to believe what he wants to believe, fine. Believe in your religion, but leave that out of this conversation and let's come up with something practical.
No, this is the barbershop.
So he has the right to
speak his opinion.
Yeah, he got the right to feel when he feels like. So, what I believe, from my perspective, God is the oldest thing ever, right?
Okay.
So when we say that sex came before God or before belief,
I said it came before religion.
Listen, be quiet. I know it's hard for you. Just 1 second. I've been gone. I've been letting you talk for 3 weeks. Now be quiet and listen. It's your turn. Listen,
you man, get how close I came to just eviscerating you.
This is the point that I'm making right here. Oh, now you upset. Oh, no, you can't. Now listen.
I'm not upset. I've had something for you for a long time. I've had something to change for you for a long time.
It's not like you need a little vacation now. Refresh now.
Hey, go chill. Bro, go chill, change your tampon, and let the
boy.
Damn.
Listen, I'll be goddamn if a chink tells me that I'm going to go change my tampon. Okay, playing it being a black man. Okay, go have your chicken fried rice. Okay, and your fucking scorpions on a stick. Okay, eat that. Me and E-Man are talking. Okay, grown folks are talking. Me and E-Man, grown folks are talking now. Okay.
All right, so that's what I was saying. You can believe whatever you believe, but sex was designed to reproduce through marriage, right? Like that is common sense. Like,
no, it's not. Sex existed before marriage.
We're gonna let you state how you believe. We're gonna give you your time.
Not a belief, it's a fact.
No, you're wrong.
It's an irrefutable fact. Irrefutable.
Adam and Eve, bro. Adam and Eve. There wasn't married before it started smashing.
Sex came first before religion, Mandrell.
But before
Mandrell,
religion,
nigga, thank you for agreeing with me.
marriage.
The other guy.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm drinking coffee right now. I'm in my own world right now.
Go ahead, sir.
I apologize.
When we talk about it from this perspective, the sex was a consummation of a marriage. What we've done in our culture is we isolate those two things. What E-Man is saying, for the most part, has some basis to it.
It does not, but that's not what he's saying, Sir Hill. Stop helping him.
That's how you knew you was married.
I'm trying.
It don't matter to me because I'm a Houston, so I accept what I accept.
I don't know what kind of mood I'm
demon
in.
time here.
I'm allowed to say
So hold on.
right now.
I just gotta say this, Mandrell.
Listen, I got some on my clip. I'm trying to tell you, you don't want this smoke.
E-Man, come on home, man. Come on home,
bro.
All right, cool.
Bro,
chill. Just chill.
Let E-Man talk, man. Let E-Man talk. Welcome back, man.
Y'all know he'll cam off if y'all let him talk in a minute. He'll go at.
E-Man's about to run. So let's
go ahead, E-Man.
Y'all right. It's about time for me to go to my wife, so y'all niggas can talk.
Oh, not me, man. Not me, brother. I promise you.
It's not that time.
It's that motherfucker right there.
Well, how about you get to that instead of y'all checking with us? You can be doing something way more
fun. The point that I'm making is this right here. If you really go back, what happened is the ceremony did not mean that you was married. What happened was when you two came together and had sex, and she was a virgin and the blood came, that's what made y'all guys become married. Sex was actually a symbol of you guys actually coming together. So marriage was sex and marriage actually was the same. It was like kind of the same. So
who cares, man?
But this is the point, is that we got completely away from the point. Just because we got people who don't believe, like we missed the whole thing that we was trying to talk about because we diverse so much about unbelief. And so when we try to move these conversations forward, what we got to understand is that even if you don't believe it, we can kind of agree to disagree and move forward to continue to have the conversation. And the point that we're making is that sex is for grown people, married people typically. Now you can go out and do
yourself for your wife, E-Man.
You said what, bro?
Did you save yourself for your wife?
No.
Okay.
Now, see, it's two different things. It's about what we do and what we should do. It's two different things, right? So we got to understand.
Pick and choose the Bible.
Hey, yo, look how Hank is looking at E-Man.
I love Petty. It's like cocaina. Yeah, Petty's so good.
Come on, baby, Ted.
He do like Tech Williams.
Yeah, you're right. I look like money. Everybody keep telling me. Every time people see me, they say I look like money. Y'all niggas look like broke people.
Not y'all. E-Man is not me.
My dog is back.
Nah,
that's my dog.
I know that gap between them two front teeth. It look like you ain't got much, man. You close that up for $7.99.
Oh, this will turn into this. I'm ready.
I've been trying to change. Y'all fucking bring it back.
This is the moment how we love, boy.
No, Sir Hill, don't help him.
I like this version of E-Man.
Don't help.
Keep it going, my brother.
Let him do his thing.
He's in his feelings, man. Get in your feelings,
This is the crazy part, though, and I'm gonna end on this. I'm gonna let y'all guys talk. But the crazy part of this right here, we always have single men who don't have the results in their life trying to argue with married men on how to get the results that they already have. Like it'd be different if me and Sir Hale was having this conversation, because this man been married for 20 years. So I have to say, hey, he knows something more than I know. But the same single men tell me that what I'm saying is wrong are still complaining on the next Wednesday night about them being single. Like, so, and it's the women's fault. So the point is that we really got to understand is that sometimes if you don't have the results in your life, you need to sit back, shut up, and listen to the men who got the results. Go get the results, and you can come back and have the conversation.
Maybe I don't want a fucking marriage like yours. How about that?
I feel attacked over here, man.
Hey, wait. You know this and burn, y'all. I mean, dang.
Take a break.
Keep coming.
This man just attacked everybody that is singing.
This barbershop talk, y'all. It is barbershop, y'all.
This man just attacked every single man in here.
Thank you, man.
That smoke tongue disappear.
Let's not
Turtle
say
up on
something. Let's not say something we cannot take back.
I don't mind. I'm not gonna have any regrets about it. We ain't signing.
No,
bro.
Hey, yo, let's keep it respectful, guys.
Hold on, sir. Chill out. Let me have the floor a little bit. Hey, cut the music.
No. Let's keep it respectful.
Cut the music.
Mandrell,
Hold
my
on.
guy.
First of all, listen.
Mandrell.
No. Give him the mic. I ain't going.
No.
Yeah, Mandrell, let's not take it there, bro.
Calm down, bro.
Y'all don't. Here's the thing. Y'all think you know me.
Mandrell,
Black
man to black man. I'm asking you as a favor for me. Let that shit go. Just let that shit go, bro. All right, thank you.
Yeah, we don't talk about the man's wife, man. She ain't got nothing.
I ain't tell you. I'm not finna say anything about the man's wife.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
Just
I don't
let
do
it go.
that shit.
Just let it go.
Just talk about his no neck having ass. Just talk
Damn, I do have my limits. Holy shit. Some things are sacred and you don't touch.
I know that's right. Respect that man's wife.
I don't remember asking you. Bro. Mandrell, first, thank you, man. Thank you for that favor. Because at the end of the day, man, we all black men. We all successful black men. And we gotta
I'm not
be
a broke nigga,
According to the chat,
Kevin said,
if he ain't signed, according to the chat, that's debatable.
And I'm not broke either, man.
They said a proper and white. Like, why you even do that?
Yeah, that hurt my feelings, man. God dog it. I really thought to do where I'm at, man. A middle class citizen.
You didn't call everybody broke and shit.
Yeah,
you broke and shit.
Y'all. He said, y'all. He was designated.
My mom, my grandpa always taught me this right here. He said, his son will always holler. I didn't say nobody name. I said y'all, and if you put yourself in that category as the y'all,
that's true. Hey, that's like saying I didn't point the clip at you, but I just let it spray. Man, you what you say?
You made the most passive aggressive shot. Took the most passive aggressive shot of all time tonight.
Yeah, he shout out all the single men in here, man.
Aggressive, man. Like,
I appreciate that, homie.
I do want to say this though. If y'all really understand what I said, I attacked the truth. I didn't have to attack y'all on a personal level.
You didn't give the truth. You didn't give the truth.
So you
first and foremost, bro, let me
explain yourself.
I'll explain myself. So first and foremost, right, before you Christian niggas was the Hebrew niggas. And marriage was
I gotta be a nigga.
ritual.
Let me take a break.
Right? A marriage was a ritual. So before you got married, sex was the token of virtue. So after you have sex with her, you bring the bloody sheet to her father to let him know he keeps the dowry and he raised a virtuous woman. Sex was not you have sex where you're immediately married. You both make a commitment between you and her father. Then you make a circle eight times around each other, saying, "This is what I do, and this is what will happen if I break those covenants." That was marriage. That was marriage back in the day.
Is this what they do in China?
Yo, Black man, real talk. Hey, if this motherfucker know Latin, yo, I'm out of here. If he know Latin, I'm out of here, yo. If he know how to speak Latin.
So
is this what's going on in China right now?
What?
Is this what's going on in China? That's how when you're about to get with a girl, you have to do all of that?
No, I'm talking about he's talking about biblical days. I'm talking about
all I heard was bring a sheet with blood on it, walk around each other 8 times.
That's all I
don't know. Listen.
So my point is just E-Man, what you said about sex was made for marriage. That is historically wrong, even in Hebrew culture. That is historically wrong.
So you trying to say sex was never a consummation of marriage? That's what you're saying?
Sex was a token of virtue to let her father know that she raised a virtuous woman.
Right, for marriage.
The marriage. That's for marriage.
So in the Bible it talks about shekels. Give her 50 shekels if she is a virgin, 25 if
shekels. What the hell is this?
I thought he said shingles.
Roots? That's what it sounds to me. It's not like roots.
This is what Mary was doing.
Man, I like
yo,
when
listen,
ain't sorry, but swap me out with
midnight, guys.
information, man, yo. This shit creepy
This
as
ain't gonna
fuck.
go right no more. We done with Brian, y'all. Everything is gonna be exacerbated. So just so y'all know this.
No, but I mean, but the bride price, right? Is 50.
Swap me out with Mr.
Bro,
Bennett.
It's 50 shekels for a virgin and 25 for a non-virgin. That was how it went back in the day before religion, because Christianity came with Constantine.
So we have 4 quarters, boy. You can buy
you know what I
some
mean?
shit.
So when you talk about understanding, right? You need to be informed, right?
Blame this shit on baby Tack Williams, man.
Yeah, what about she wasn't a virgin? How much she was?
Like
How
real
much she
talk,
was?
though,
She wasn't
E-Man
a
is right,
virgin.
though. Sex was made to consummate vows. Like that virginity actually meant something. It's not to say that was the only way, but sex was one of those parts. That's why, like, when a guy was, what do you call that, betrothed to a wife, and found out that she wasn't, you could just pretty much ruin everything because
I'm consummating shit every night.
It depends on the
Good consummation, huh?
Hold on,
but
anyway, man. The point is, there's multiple functions for sex. Matter of fact, there's sexual
That's a
rituals
fact.
for service, right? Like Easter, right, where they go around having orgies during the Easter time.
Where?
Right? That was also a function of sex. So I mean, and that is before Christianity.
Taking notes. Right, and that's what I'm saying.
During the worship,
But Christianity is the religion. Religion has nothing to do with the marriage. The marriage falls under the religion that we have.
But even if we're talking
That's
about
her
the
health
time of
was
Adam
spells.
and
It's probably like
creation,
all like this
even
and
if we're
shit.
talking about Adam and creation, there were other people there besides Adam, and they were practicing sexual.
And to be fair, what happened to them? My point exactly, because it was supposed to be a way that stuff was supposed to be done.
You're
So
talking
what about
about
when
the
they
time
was
of Noah. I'm
consummated
talking
between
about
me and me? And what about that?
the time of Seth and Adam. You're
Were
talking
they
about the time
married
of
too?
Noah after Enoch.
That's not in the book. That's
talking
on the
They
Bible.
sleeping with other dudes? Were they married
No
too?
filter. Hey, man, no filter need to leave. We ain't signed along.
Man, no filter, man. Look, man, I'm not that broke like you. So fuck you.
Yeah, like who is that?
Wait, wait, don't worry about him. We ain't
Yeah,
signed.
who's no filter?
I know he sound like Poppy's people.
No,
Like
Sir
Poppy's
Hill, this person had been saying all night that I worship the devil. And I was
I
like,
saw it, man. I'm sorry that I laughed that hard, man. I'm gonna apologize to you, bro. That's probably not
See,
right.
look at this. Look.
He's trying
He's trying to put black folk back in what?
slavery.
How the fuck, what the fuck is the what? Nigga, you belong in slavery, motherfucker.
Man, you just talked about the Lord. Now you just cuss this man out.
We ain't started staying frame, bro. We ain't started staying frame, bro.
Exactly, Hank. Exactly. I'm trying to understand this.
You know what's crazy? You know what's
Hey,
crazy?
man,
They
shout
both
out to all the
compatible.
niggas down
They
here
both
fucking
got a
and
no
sucking.
word.
Hey, do what you
They
do,
both
man.
compatible.
You ain't. Hey, look here. I'm not consummating no marriage for sex, and sex ain't marriage to me. The hell with that shit.
So,
I'm happy to be married to sex.
I got a question.
I'm a test the car out. I need to know how it drives.
This is a real question. So, if a person
Oh,
do
shit,
not,
here we go again. Come on, baby Tack.
if a person do not desire to get married or they're not pursuing marriage, should they have the right to be able to speak on marriage issues?
Yes, everyone has a perspective.
Yes.
It's not
Yes.
anywhere.
I'll say
And love
yes.
can be found anywhere.
say yes
See, marriage is
for
about
people who have-
principles. And
Yes.
just because you're married doesn't mean you're married well. So, like I said, people who are successful in terms of doing things that require principles, I think they should have a perspective. Absolutely, yes.
What if they not successful? Do they still got the right to speak on what is successful?
You can speak on whatever you want to, man.
Well, Kevin Samuels was divorced 3
Hey, I
times.
should learn from the city boys if you ask me.
He twice? Yeah, Kevin Samuels was divorced twice, and everybody listened to him.
But no, well, Kevin Samuels didn't talk about a successful marriage. He talked about how to get someone. Like he talked about how. So if you really understand how
He talked about both, but he talked more about the first part of what you said.
getting together, he didn't talk. I didn't really hear him talk about staying together. And I
Oh,
might
he
have missed
did.
it.
No, a lot.
It's
he
about
did.
we need to rebuild the black community with families
No.
and children. So,
Right.
so that,
He told whole women to go back to your baby daddy and make it work. Like that was the conversation.
No, what I mean, staying together. He didn't give us. Well, I I'm put that to the side.
You lost
I
that.
I want to put that. I concede to that argument. The Lord Jesus Christ told me that's not an argument I want to go down. So I'm gonna concede that. So yeah, I talk to him all the time. You want his phone number?
K is still a dust.
No, I don't want your Jesus. I don't want your Jesus.
All right, hold on, Black Man. I'm gonna go off camera for this because no filter tripping. No filter tripping.
No filter been trolling, man. I like no filter.
Stay out the chat.
I think it's a girl. I think she's a divester.
You know how Snuggles got your attention? You know how Snuggles got your attention?
That's a divester right there,
This
bro.
one here, no filter got my
Snuggles is smart.
Well, yeah, that's true. No filter seems to be a moron, but you know, but he's entertaining.
No, I think it's a girl. I think it's a girl.
You think so?
Yeah, I put money on it.
Well, he or she, whatever,
He might be a man for night.
Right. Hey, bro.
Hey, you always like talking about them. You just like them. Every time.
I'm not man. I'm gonna play nice. Don't do it.
I love how you got that gap. A penis
I know. I'm about to say something. No signs. Don't bring up people. I'm not gonna do that.
Don't do it. Yeah.
I ain't gonna kill you. I ain't gonna kill you out of here, man. I know. Your daddy cat gonna get on me if I do. So I ain't gonna do that. I'm respect.
You know how I know
like
that's a
Talk
woman,
Williams,
bro?
though, man. You do.
You wanna know how I know that's a
You
woman?
look
Because
like
I'm saying
they got the same last name and they look just like. Is that your father?
He might be.
Is that your uncle?
You might be related somehow. You do look alike.
Is that your uncle?
What y'all talking about?
He looks like Talk Williams, man. He looks like Talk Williams.
No filter. What are you doing?
Come on.
Is that your uncle?
That could be his nephew or his son or something, dude. You do favor Talk Williams.
Come on.
Is that your uncle?
Come on.
Hey, man, Drell, you know who you favor? I've been wanting to tell you this for a while.
You act like a woman, man. You act just like a woman.
You favor Leonardo the Ninja Turtle. I've been telling you like that.
You pointed. Is that your uncle, E-Man?
Nah, I'm your daddy though.
Don't go there now.
Yeah, E-Man, don't do it to yourself, bro.
Don't go there, E-Man. I can't
go anyway. I need to get him all started up before I leave, man.
I know you like getting men started up, don't you? You a fluffer. You a damn fluffer.
E-Man, me and Sir Hell already saved you once. Me and Sir Hell saved you once.
Let him step in it, man. I mean, yo.
All right. I do gotta get out of here, guys. I appreciate it.
Black man, you foul. Black man, you foul.
That man said turtle power.
All of y'all, okay? Email
Turtle power.
Email you too, okay? You get it too, man. Come in.
Oh shit!
I tried to ignore it and let that joke slide because that actually is kind of
but
funny.
I didn't. When he kicked the turtle power, he just threw back a whole bunch of memories. So
right.
Yeah. I can see Mandrell say it's pizza time.
Oh shit!
Damn, hey,
man, you cutting up tonight, man.
Man, if I go back out to the 5 minutes.
Hey man, dress bad when you get 5 minutes.
What you eat on vacation, bro? You been cutting up since you got back.
How long is that time?
Is the 20.
Let's talk.
Now I'm a
That's my guy right there.
Y'all can see. I don't have a day trade in there right now.
Hey, look, shout out to my boy Talk Williams.
Y'all see
Shout out to Talk Williams.
Light up. He said, "That's my daddy." He said, "That's my daddy."
He got scared for a minute. He thought he was gonna get an ass whooping.
I got no problem with that.
He said, "That's my daddy."
He went like this. Like his ass
Talk's a good man. Like I said, Talk's a good man. They ain't got no problem with that man.
I know you don't eat your people. You better not. That's fair.
I got no bad smoke for him.
Hey man, you've been cutting up every you came back, man. What you do on vacation?
I had a good time, man. I made another
baby.
No
doubt, you came back refreshed. You've been cutting up everything since you got
congratulations,
back,
E-Man. He said he made another baby.
I think that was before vacation, though.
But real talk, E-Man. Real talk, E-Man. You have been missed, man. I'll say that.
I miss y'all too, man. I miss Friday nights, man.
That's real talk, bro.
Real talk. I can honestly say that. Live on
Information,
camera.
man,
I have
You
been.
about to rip this man
I have
physical
been.
head off in your mind. You miss him?
Yeah.
I miss
Just
y'all
taking
too,
it all
man.
in.
Listen,
Great
Yeah,
pill, toxic masculinity. Great pill, toxic masculinity.
Bruh, for real.
The man got him in his head.
For real. Rent free.
Yeah, they got them love-hate relationships.
No, real talk, man. Like we wonder where you are. Well, I did, but we wonder where you are, E-Man. So it's good to see you back, man. Like real talk.
Yeah, for real, man. Real
Hey,
talk.
man,
Yeah,
that's
and
funny.
that's
Y'all know
coming from
what's funny?
me,
Hey,
man.
Todd, I went back and watched. I mean, I talked. Pink. I went back and watched the video from the other day, boy. Y'all know who had me laughing, boy.
Who?
Y'all watch this. Y'all know who had me laughing. Watch this. Let me show you. Let me show you. Got me.
Well, he be having them queued up, don't he?
Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Hey, no,
Oh,
then I had me laughing the other night when he said,
stop on, hey, stop on, hey,
he
Black
said,
man.
E-Black. He said, E-Black, give it to me. What? Everybody on the panel said, whoa, wait a minute. He said, I don't want all of it. I just want half of it. Boy, he went crazy. I'm going to clip that. That shit was hilarious, bro.
Oh, whoa.
Hey, look, y'all.
You can't choose it right now, man. Show it. Show it.
I think I know
You
you're
gotta
talking
show it
about
to
now.
the audience. Want to know what you're talking about too.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it. Jedi Mike. Why you taking down?
Did y'all see Jedi? Wait a minute.
Yeah, we did.
Jedi, look like you this time, Jedi. I want you to say Bernard.
Yeah, no, listen, that's gonna mess up the image of the black man. We just deconstruct
Yeah,
all of our words.
we literally gave an example of what a black man is, and then we're gonna add in that portrayal of yeah.
Don't do it, man.
Yeah, don't do
Hey,
it.
We got
I look like a gay stripper, man.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night, man.
I got no.
All right, yeah, man. I gotta fall. I gotta roll out on that one, man.
Hey, man, you crazy. You dead wrong for that.
Oh my God.
Oh, you done left? E-Man done left?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What?
Oh my God.
What's up, Jedi?
Y'all stupid. Hey, but man,
Hey,
bro.
y'all, man, I was seeing some violence up in here. What was going on with this, man?
Hey, listen, man.
Yo, Jedi. Before you start, I want to ask you a question. What did you think about episode 1 of Stranger Things?
Don't talk about it. I haven't seen it.
You'll
Yeah,
find
I
out.
haven't seen
You'll
it
find
either.
out tomorrow on my channel.
Oh, information, man. Your opinion too?
Yeah, I like that show as well. So I haven't seen
You'll find out.
no spoofers, please.
You'll
No
find out
spoofs.
tomorrow, guys.
Spoilers.
This is my plug.
Spoilers.
This is my plug. You'll find out tomorrow on my
Angela's
channel.
already
My
know.
Jet Mike
Angela's
7
already know, but I've never seen one episode of it, bro.
Me
Hey,
neither.
black man.
My daughter said
Me
it,
neither.
but I haven't watched it.
I haven't
I
watched
gotta
that
head
yet.
up, man. I just want to say, fellas, black man, appreciate you to all the fellas. Appreciate you guys, man. Y'all have a good
Yeah, we
night.
about to shut it
Yeah,
down.
get out of
Yeah,
here.
go report. Go report to your wife right now.
Get out of here.
So here, you got any
Go
last
report
words?
to that wife
You
before
got
she
any
whoop
last
you.
words for Nicholas?
I say, well, Mandrill is a good man, and we're gonna take it easy on one day. We're gonna take it easy on one day. When he get a woman, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace, y'all.
You gonna get fucked up. You hear me, man? You Sir Hills.
Black man, can I get my final thoughts?
Yeah, go
Someone
ahead and get your
else.
final thoughts. I'm finished. Yeah, everybody get their final thoughts. Go ahead, we ain't signing.
All right, man. Appreciate the chat. It's been eye-opening.
Hold on.
Salute to
Let me
my
get Free
main
Willy
man.
in here. All right. Go ahead.
Jesus. To my main man, Gray Pill, Mr. Bennett, Information Man.
Thank you.
Take it easy. No filter. You bitch broke. And Gramps, take it easy. Peace.
Appreciate you, brother. Hey, y'all be safe over there, man.
Yeah, no filter.
Yeah, for real.
Bitch,
For real.
bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's like June,
Name
between
boy, you
June 1st
need
and
this.
15th. It's good. We'll be good.
Okay. All right. Be safe, man. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Bennett.
IT
All
for
right.
20 years.
All right.
Jedi.
First
IT
off, I
for
want to
20 years.
say, all right, because I don't back down. All right. Hola, papi. ¿Cómo estás? Nosotros
Oh,
vamos
God.
a Miami. Okay. So we got a game 7 in Miami.
It's over.
But
It's over.
okay, but I just want to ask you, Brooklyn fans, something. What does it say about a man who's supposed to be a loyal Brooklyn fan to have that heat hat? We've been
I had it
talking
before. I
about
live in Miami
tonight. We've
too.
been
That's
talking
what I'm
about
saying.
men having emotional affairs. Is it possible that Poppy is having an emotional affair with the Miami Heat?
Yep.
Even though he's supposed to be married to the Brooklyn
I
Nets.
even-
So
I
I'm
even like the
just
Heat.
saying that looks very
No, that's
suspicious
right.
to me, bro. So is there an emotional need that the Brooklyn Nets, you can wear that hat, but is there an emotional need that the Brooklyn Nets somehow aren't filling for you? Maybe because the Kyrie doesn't play, or maybe because Durant is saying he's going to leave if Kyrie leaves. But that being said, is there some emotional need that the Brooklyn Nets just aren't doing for you, bros, and that's why you having this affair with the Heat? I'm just saying, it just looks very suspicious for me from this side.
Because you're a sun soldier.
In any event, I will see you Sunday. All right, for Game 7, and we'll finally put this to bed.
You want me to be honest with you, Mr. Bennett?
See,
I despise everything from Boston. I hate them all. From the Patriots
that's all
to
good,
the
bro.
Celtics to the Red Sox. I hate them all.
Got you. Oh, we cool on Yankees. I'm a Yankees fan, so we good on the Red Sox.
I know you're supposed to like the
but in any
Yankees.
event, again, great show tonight, guys. Brother Mandrell. Okay, I got Tank KO6 over Romero tomorrow night. And unfortunately, I think my man Haney, we could talk about it next week. He's going to clearly dominate Kambosos, but Kambosos is going to get that home cooking in Australia. So we're going to get a very dubious decision in Australia. But tomorrow night, Tank, I'm ordering the fight. Tank KO 6 round over Romero. So looking for that tomorrow night. But gentlemen, it's been a pleasure as always.
Okay.
Black man, keep doing your thing. Information man, again, me and you, we roll in the same circle. So again, appreciate you and your perspective tonight.
Appreciate you too, brother. Thank you.
Hank, brother, you're a real dude, man. Love you, man. And great pill. Appreciate the support as always. Looking forward to what's your next show? When you coming up? What's your next show?
Thank you for asking. It's tomorrow 6 p.m. and we're going to be discussing the topic with the Texas shooter. So we're breaking it all down.
Okay, I'll probably still come visit you guys tomorrow night. But good seeing you guys as always. You guys have a blessed night. And I'll talk to you next time. Take care.
Take care, brother.